be rocking with watch along tonight, or very early in the morning. I mean, New Japan Pro Wrestling Grand Slam night number dos. I am as pumped as a tired man bear can be. But yeah, super excited. We're gonna be joined by my good friend Jonathan Gilchrist, who is a uh, fellow member of the greatest pod show in the world, and I'm not saying that just because I'm a member of it. I'm definitely not biased at all. But yes, the star actually of Chaos Pod Show, my boy Jonathan Gilchrist. So yeah, he'll be joining us in just a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna be starting up here. Just doing a quick few little checks. Uh, so yeah, um, bear with me just a little bit. Just doing a quick few sound checks on some stuff. All right, cool. So everything seems good there. Um, Last bit of sound checking we're gonna have to do is just when Mr. Gilchrist gets in here. Let me see here. And speaking of which, I'm gonna see if he's hopping in here now. Let's see. Yeah, so while we're waiting for that here, I hope everyone had a good day so far today. Uh, I know I've had a pretty solid day, which is always good. We will be definitely continuing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, starting back up basically on Monday. But for we have New Japan that I'm doing right now, watch along for, and then after that there's AEW All Out that I am going to be doing a watch along for as well. So we're doing watch alongs for these two wrestling shows. Then we'll be jumping right back into Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, which is going pretty well so far. So it'll be good to get back into those. But yes, those will have to wait until after the wrestling shows are over. What is he doing? Sorry, 1 second. Sorry guys, bear me one moment. I just gotta mute myself. Sorry, this is Gilchrist's last or this is his first time in Discord, so he seems to be having a hard time. He is Yes, he is definitely having a hard time. So, excuse me while I try to walk him through this. I don't blame him really. I had a hard time figuring it out with the very first time I ever was in Discord too. So, I totally get it. Can I just drag him into it? Let me see here. I'm actually curious.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, all you have to do is click on the thing and it brings you right in.
Yeah. I just had to find the place where the servers were actually listed.
Ah,
Took me.
gotcha. No worries. Yeah, once you get the hang of it, it's like really easy to use and really convenient. Um, but yeah, bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna mute myself real quick, and then if you can just like say a few words, I'm just gonna see how it sounds on the stream.
Sure. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This is me testing. I'm testing this right now. I don't know what I sound like, but I'm testing. How does that sound? Anything good, bad, indifferent? No? Oh,
All
lollipop,
right.
lollipop.
No, we're
Okay.
good.
I was gonna start singing a song just because my brain's all frazzled.
Yeah, I've already.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I already gave a little explanations. Like, yeah, no, this is it's
it's so
really
horrible.
it's really
Oh,
early in the morning.
yeah. No, I got a coffee frappo mocha like milkshake with my dinner so that I would have that in my system, and I've already drank like 2 bottles of Pepsi,
Wow.
and I've got a third one next to me. So hopefully the caffeine keeps me going.
Frappa kappa tappa jappa bappa.
Woo!
Wee.
One thing I did want to ask you because I haven't ever watched the thing live. Will it just show up on the main page when it goes to live, and I can just click on it?
So if you go to New Japan World right now, in the yellow highlighter, it should say Live Wrestle Grand Slam in MetLife Dome, English commentary. You should be able to click on that, and it'll bring you right to it.
Oh, there it is. Aha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it obviously hasn't officially like started yet, but
Yeah, no, I hadn't refreshed the page in a minute, so I wasn't there yet. I
yeah,
think.
no worries.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, on a positive note, my my little cat meme Already has 4 likes, 3 retweets. Let's go. We're making it big times.
I'm not going to point out that I think three of those, or the retweets, I think are all us.
Nope. Only I think 2 of the 3 are.
Okay. Well, then you did get a third, so good for you.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, I put on my comment the hashtags about, or the hashtags for New Japan, so hopefully that gets some people that are actually watching and paying attention. Uh,
Oh boy.
does I don't even know. Does this have subtitles or not?
I mean, this chatting and stuff isn't, but it's English commentary.
Yeah, I know. For like, so the video doesn't have subtitles. So I'll have to have the volume up a little bit if I want to hear what's going on.
Yeah, but I mean, you're most likely like your TV volume isn't gonna probably reach through like the Discord, then also into like my stream.
Got it.
So like I mean, you can turn it up, and I can tell you if I hear it.
All right. I'll let you know. I'm not gonna do it right now because it's just the commercials.
Right,
Although I do love their commercials.
dude. Man, I don't watch New Japan nearly as much as I should. Partly
Yeah.
considering since I like pay for it, I should really watch it more to get my money's worth. But
I feel guilty that you pay for it, so I don't watch it as much as I should. Uh,
yeah, no, I definitely should watch it more. But
yeah. Well, part of it's the timing, but it's all for me. It's like I always, whenever there's an event, I know it's coming up. I'm like, I should watch that, and then I'm not going to watch it live because this is insane.
right,
So then a few days go by, and I'm like, I don't really want to go backwards.
yeah. You imagine if we tried watching Night 1? Like, good lord.
Uh, this
Instead of a
already feels like
1:30
a very.
start, it would have been a 3:30 start. But
Why? Why do they do that? I know it's like a different time
what
zone.
do
I
you
get
mean?
that, but
Why are they so that they're not doing it 1:30 live in Japan?
no. But oh wait, so it'd be 1:30 because I thought the 1:30 start means it's like 10:30 p.m. for them there.
No, that's
Okay.
Pacific. That's like California is
All
10:30.
right, you're right. It's right there. Yeah. Because they
Yeah,
also do 14:30, and I've got no idea what the hell that's supposed to mean,
it's like
especially at this time of night.
that's like 2:30 p.m. I think.
2:30 p.m.
I think.
See, so okay, if that is 2:30, then 3:30 would just be 5:30, I guess. So I guess okay, that's not that bad. That's actually early for what we would do in the states. So, whatever.
Yeah. Like see like a lot of them like you'll see the starts here like the G1 climax like for on the 18th for example, that's a 1700 start, which is basically like 5 p.m. for them.
Okay.
I think cuz 12, yeah, so 5 p.m. for them. And
Yeah, unless
then
they wanted to start like in the middle of the afternoon, it wouldn't be
right.
very inducive to most of America.
Right. And you have some here that are like 6:30 p.m. starts and
Did you get far enough in night one that you saw that the Wrestle Kingdom's going to be 3 nights this year?
I did not see that.
Yeah, it's going to be the fifth, and the sixth, and then the eighth, and the
Wow. What?
and the yeah, and the eighth is going to be in a different arena than the Tokyo Dome.
What?
Yeah, they just like it was one of the things I saw. I was like, they just turned the WrestleMania to be
Yeah,
2 nights permanently, and they were like, "Fuck you, we'll show you."
they're really pulling a WWE there.
So yeah, so if you want to
Oh,
watch Wrestle Kingdom, get ready to not only skip a few days, but
man, I don't like that at all. That sucks. I am
yeah,
not for like these I don't like these multi-night. I mean, Wrestle Kingdom was always a 2-night event. So like
right,
that was the norm for Wrestle Kingdom, so it wasn't like that big of a deal.
right,
But like sweet Jesus. First of all, no like WrestleMania or whatever should ever be 2 nights. You know,
right,
like no single company in America should have a 2-night show.
yeah. There's just not enough stuff on anybody's roster to warrant 2 nights.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that should never happen. Um, but yeah, oh Jesus Christ, 3 nights. I mean, it's not till
Uh,
January, so I don't need to worry about it yet. But
yeah,
future me is
and,
not going to be happy.
and for whatever reason, it's split up. So it's like I think
Yeah,
it is like the fifth and the sixth, and then the eighth. So
yeah,
you got like a
that's man, that's insane.
uh,
But oh well.
well, they are prompt. I can already tell Night 2 sold a lot better because the seats are a lot fuller than I saw on Night 1.
Yeah. Well, Night 2 is the IWGP World Heavyweight Title match, so
I thought what's his name, Ibushi would have brought him in for Night 1, even though it's for the U.S. title.
hmm.
I guess that's what they were betting on, and apparently that's not true.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how their stuff usually works. Man. All right.
You're already yawning. We're 2 minutes in, and you're yawning.
We got this. We're fine. I'm
Uh, I,
I'm sorry to keep bringing this up, but I'm very proud of the meme I made. Like I feel like every time I yawn, I'm just gonna think of that meme.
I mean, it is a perfect analogy. Also, I think that, like, did you watch this? Wasn't this the match that
Nope,
started them off
nope,
yesterday? Or is it,
not
okay?
quite. So this tag team is one of the two that was in it, but
Uh
it's
huh.
they're facing a different tag team.
Okay, that's
These
fine. I
are
just
these are kind of like so these two coming down the ring right now are kind of like two of the main women in Stardom,
right.
and they're both a part of uh, Queen's
Oh yeah, what the hell's it called? Queens. It's yeah. I know. I remember them saying it
Queen's
yesterday, but I
Quest,
can't remember.
Queen's Quest, Queen's Quest.
That's it. Yeah. And Kyrie Sane was like the one that started this group.
Yeah, yeah, she was like
Yeah.
the founder of it. I bet you can't tell based on like the jackets they're wearing. They're very not Kyrie Sane like at all, are they?
No.
They
And
have
Queen's
no.
Quest doesn't immediately make me think of pirates anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, definitely not.
Oh, what are these?
It's cool to see like since New Japan doesn't have like a women's like division or anything like that.
Right.
It's like since these are like completely separate companies, it's cool to see like Stardom have like a thing going on their New Japan on like a New Japan show.
Yeah. I wonder, like, if way back, like I would say more than a decade at this point, I randomly stumbled across an American company that was all women. I wonder if it's still going on.
I mean, there's a few of them, so.
Yeah. Well, this one was in like California. I discovered it
Mm,
randomly just flipping through TV one night. Yeah.
gotcha.
Back when I had DirecTV, I would just find random stuff. That's how I started watching Pro Wrestling Ohio
Oh,
for a
okay.
while. I like the dance moves. Here we go.
I mean, they got energy. It's almost like they don't realize it's 1:30 in the morning.
Don't you realize how late it is?
What is wrong with you guys?
Although this is giving me new respect for British fans that watched, WWE pay-per-views when I was a kid. You remember how
Right?
they always give the shout-outs?
Yeah. You know,
Now we know
these
how it
girls are
feels.
cool, but I mean, let's be real. They're no Maki Ito.
Yes. No Makito. That's a sentence I understand. Uh,
God. You
even if
know,
that was a name, yeah, go ahead.
wait, what were you about to say?
I was gonna say, even if that was a name that I'd recognize, I'm too tired to recognize anybody.
The Fallen
Yeah.
Idol. It's the Fired Idol,
Oh, that's
dude.
okay. There you go.
The
Uh,
greatest women's wrestler in wrestling history.
Again, it's 1:30. I really had the thoughts to come on this Discord and just start snoring
No,
and see if you would disconnect me.
I would. I'm sorry, but
Uh,
any Japanese female wrestler who
uh-huh.
can't speak English very well will gladly go on to like a almost like an interview type thing and say, "She is bitch, I will break her knee," or "She is bitch, I will break her shins." Like in an idol outfit, just instantly steals my heart.
What more does she need to say?
Exactly.
Uh,
And she says stuff like "Thanks for watching, motherfuckers." Like,
I also want to point out that the arena that they are wrestling in appears to be in some sort of elven forest, and
it's
uh,
called Japan.
and
Like, it's Japan. I think they're in a more like, yeah, I think they're in wherever they are. I think it's in like a more rural area.
I'm pretty sure it's the lost kingdom of Gondolin, as foretold in J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings.
I mean, that'd be pretty sick.
Uh, I've actually been listening to Lord of the Rings on audiobook, so that's going to be stuck in my head
Nice.
while we do this.
I've been considering trying to find some stuff like that are like audiobooks, like stuff that I've been interested in. Um, Mostly more like comic type stuff to see if I can
Right,
find like or like graphic novels, I guess, or like I've been trying to find like some like Alien vs Predator like graphic novel audio type stuff.
right. One thing I can give you a good recommendation for because it's free as long as you can get a library card. There's this app called Hoopla, which is how I'm listening to that audiobook. And yeah, you have to have a library card, but then you basically put it in and you get like 5 free audiobooks or 5 free comics.
Hmm.
Basically, you can just borrow stuff.
Yeah.
You get like 5 a month, and it's really a lot of cool stuff. Like that's how I read a few of the Darth Vader comic books for free,
No,
basically.
that's pretty nifty.
Yeah. One of the lady, what the hell are they called? The New Heart Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think of, no, they were called High Voltage. I was thinking of Coco Beware and Owen Hart, not
Oh,
Owen Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Uh, God, did I mention it's like 1:30 in the morning? I don't know if we made that clear.
it's fine. You were talking about old wrestlers, so I didn't really care anyways.
That's true. Uh, I'm sorry, I was just trying to make a joke because their pants look a lot like the Hammer pants those
They
tag
do.
teams wore.
They do. It's pretty cool.
Uh,
Ooh, nice drop kick. Oh, did you? So I is it? No, it's the girl in green.
uh-huh,
So I'm really bad with names, but Watanabe's partner, the girl who comes out in the green and gold.
right.
Did you see? Like, did you see their match in night one? Because she pulled off a disgusting Phoenix splash.
I might have like I watched the match,
So I'm
but
hoping,
honestly, I was up and down, so I might have
yeah,
missed that part.
I'm
Yeah,
hoping, I'm hoping she pulls one off again in this match because it was like, oh man, it was a beautiful Phoenix splash.
yeah. The match itself was impressive. It's just like I wasn't giving most of the pay per view. I wasn't giving my full attention. I
Yeah,
wasn't.
that's one of the biggest
It
problems I
always seems
have
like
with
I was
stuff that's not
watching.
live. Like, I have a really bad
Yeah,
ish. I have a really bad problem with not like really paying attention to wrestling when it's not live.
yeah. No, for me it's the classic. Like I'm on my phone, so like I before I know it, I've missed like 10, 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not even aware of it. You know.
Yep.
So, oh, I did part of night one, and I wanted to. I think it's really hilarious just
Mm-hmm.
because it was really a weird call. I don't know if you got through the Jeff Cobb match,
I did not.
but well, at one point he gets oh, what's his? I'm just bad with the names. What's his name again? You know who he fought?
Okada.
Okada. Yep. So at one point he gets Okada in like a pile driver, but the way he gets him in it was really weird, kind of like spur of the moment almost. And but the way Kevin Kelly called it was like, oh my god, it's like a reverse tombstone. I'm like, that was clearly a pile driver. Yes, it was weird how he got into it, but that move has a very specific name that
Yeah.
everyone knows. It just made me laugh. I'm like, let's stop trying to rename stuff for no reason.
Yeah. Overall, I like Kevin Kelly, but he definitely does have some. He has some misses sometimes, just like anyone
Yeah,
else, I guess.
I mean, not like Jr., who was perfect in every way.
Of course. Ooh, that
Uh,
was a nice knee.
I think you're might be ahead of me, which is weird because we're both watching live. Oh well,
Let's
nothing I
see.
can really do about the live feed. That
Yeah,
seems that seems to happen to us a lot. I don't know what the difference is because sometimes you're behind me on a live feed and sometimes I'm behind you.
it's very odd, actually. I'm gonna. I'm just gonna pause for like 2 seconds.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just saw like a kind of almost like a twisting rock bottom
All right.
is what
That
I
you
just
should have
saw.
just saw a drop kick.
Okay, let me see when the drop kick actually happens.
Clothesline, or well, sorry, Irish whip, kick.
There was the drop kick, so that's
Oh
how
my
long it
god.
behind it. Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
pause for
so
like.
weird.
All right. Let's try now.
I saw a running high knee.
Yeah. Oh no, running high kick maybe high boot.
No, it was
Another
definitely a
boot.
knee.
Okay.
Now there was the high kick. So I'm
Okay.
closer, but I'm not right on top of you.
All right. Should have just saw a 2 count.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I think we're just about right on now.
Which is the weird thing is it's not even like the live feed has been like iffy, like it hasn't froze at all
Yeah.
yet.
No.
So
Everything's been smooth as butter.
I don't know why that happened. Oh well,
Boot.
maybe maybe the signals from Japan come around the world going in this direction, so they hit your house first, and then they get to me like 30 seconds later.
Ah. Maybe. Knee. High knee.
Yep.
Cover one.
Like
Two. Was
yeah,
everything.
I'm still like 2 seconds behind, but it shouldn't be enough that it'll be that big of a deal in the match.
All right.
Like, because you said cover, and they were literally just about to hit the cover, so I wouldn't
Okay.
worry about it too much.
All right. I think we should be good then, because I stopped for another second, so we should be
Yeah.
pretty good
No,
now.
we've definitely had more lag than that doing watch longs for other stuff, so we should be fine.
Yeah. No. 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 It's not that bad. It's fine. Ooh. Oh
Oh,
wow. That was nice.
yeah. Good form on the crossbody.
Nice springboard crossbody to the outside there.
Not Kyrie Zane's doing a good job here.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, that was a nice like use of teamwork there, but how is that any better than just hitting with your own two knees? I guess.
I don't know. They did that the night before too. Like they did that move on night one too, and it's not a huge fan of it honestly.
I mean, I guess from a kayfabe point of view, it's like two people's weight instead of one. So,
Yeah, I guess yeah, that's fair.
I mean, they
Oh, she's
are
going for the
Japanese.
Phoenix Splash.
Oh, here we go. Let's see how
She's
good this
going
feels.
for it. We'll see if she hits it. Nope.
Owen Hart there, circa 1990, of course.
I'm gonna check something here while this is going on.
Nice key lock suplex. That was a weird thing for my brain to pull out. The fact that I got key lock. That's not something that's usually right
Yeah.
there in my brain.
Oh, going for a stretch muffler. Okay. All right. Let me see
um,
here. Just wanna check one thing.
we haven't been recording this whole time.
Yeah, no. That's not it. I just wanted to make sure the. Sometimes I forget to put the stream in the right like spot. Like for example, I'll be playing a game, but it'll like when I switched to a game from SummerSlam, it still had the SummerSlam stuff up, even though it
Gotcha.
was now a video game. So I just wanted to make sure I
Gotcha.
didn't make that mistake. So,
All
which
right.
I did not. It looks like we're all good.
I would actually find it hilarious if we got to like 4:30 or whatever hell time this is going to end and find out we didn't record anything.
No,
Uh,
I can gladly say that I have not made that mistake yet. It's kind
uh,
of impossible for me to make that mistake because I watch like I
ooh,
basically I monitor my stream on my TV,
gotcha.
which is like right next to my face. So it's literally impossible for me to not like stream it. Because if I wasn't streaming it, it wouldn't be on my TV.
Right.
Ooh, kick out.
Oh, just barely.
That
So
was cool.
that was actually pretty
That was a
cool.
nice little double team there.
So there might be a chance to probably talk about this later, but I'm just curious because it's in my head.
Oh, stretch
What
foot
do you
flick.
what do you think about the fact that it looks like there's going to be a faction within Bullet Club?
Oh,
Would
that
you?
looks sick. Sorry, I'll answer that in a second, but that is a sick ass looking submission, dude.
Yeah, like a Brock lock with like locking the arm with the
Yeah,
other leg. Yeah,
it's like a crippler Brocklock.
yeah, it was actually really good.
That was sick. Oh man, someone in the U.S. has to take that.
I'm sure they will.
Like,
Uh,
man, that was sick. Can you imagine if like Chris Statlander? Oh well, she already has a new submission, so I guess that doesn't matter. But
yeah,
which was kind of
it's
similar to
funny.
that actually. It wasn't the exact same, but it kind of had the same feel to it. That was really
Yeah,
nice. That was
it was.
dude. That was a sick ass submission move.
I don't know what her like what she does, but I know it's partially the Brock lock. So yeah, you might be right about Chris They're doing something similar.
Yeah, yeah. No, that was like a her. I guess Chris Statlander's I think was more like a like a like a Boston or like a crippler
Austin.
Boston Crab because it was like a
Yeah.
Boston Crab with the arms locked up. Or
Oh
like
yeah,
actually, you know what? It was more like a Walls of Jericho with the arms locked up.
that's right. I remember what you're talking about. I was thinking of a different move. But yeah, you were talking about Rampage.
Yeah,
You're right about that.
but yeah, no, that was sick. Yeah, that was like a crippler Brocklock. So yeah, that was cool. Anyways, so yeah, so I actually I bet because um we're getting to the point where Bullet Club is getting as big as it was, not in popularity but in size, as big as it
Right.
was when like the Elite pretty much were all like starting to separate and everything.
Right.
We're almost getting back to that same kind of size. So it wouldn't surprise me if that subsection of Bullet Club, this what are they calling themselves? The House of
House of Torture, I think.
Torture? Yeah.
Yeah,
It wouldn't surprise me if that like in like within like a year's time basically separates into a completely different faction.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I just like I know how much you love factions, so I was just thinking to myself, factions within factions.
Yeah. No,
What
I
could be
think
better?
I think yeah, I think basically with it happening, it's going to cause. I think they're going to fully separate it into their own faction eventually, which is perfectly fine because I would rather have. I would rather have more smaller factions. So, like,
Right.
I would rather have more 4 to 5 man factions than like four huge like 12 man factions.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, but yeah,
Well, G1 Climax. Woo.
oh yeah, there, dude. You usually get some classics every year out of the G1 Climax.
So I know a little bit about this because I know it's a tournament. I know it's a big deal. Does so is the idea of the tournament win is what you want overall, or does you also get like a title shot with the tournament win?
Yeah, so the winner faces the IWGP Heavyweight Champion at
Okay.
at Wrestle Kingdom.
That's right. I remember seeing that. Okay.
Oh man, I think this guy's gonna be a star in the future. I think.
I forgot about the loaded boot gimmick, which I
Yeah,
really enjoy.
dude. I think yeah. I honestly I think El Phantasmo has a really good shot to be like just like huge in New Japan. And
Right.
like honestly, I think an eventual leader of Bullet Club, if things go the way I think they'll go eventually, and I do mean
Right.
eventually, like pretty far down the road, like probably like 3 to 4 years time, I'm guessing. But
Yeah.
like I think in like 3 to 4 years time, he basically he'll probably end up taking over the leadership over like Jay White.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah. No, he definitely has charisma. Like as soon as I saw him, I instantly remembered him, and it has been quite a few months since I watched New Japan at all, really.
Yeah,
And so, like, if he sticks in my brain, that's a pretty good bet.
yeah. No, I mean the guy's got charisma out the wazoo. And he's also like he's tall, so like he even though he's like in the like junior tag team like junior stuff for now, like he'll probably end up putting on like a few more pounds of muscle and be in like the heavyweight division because he's already like got the frame for it.
Right.
But he'll be able to do that while still maintaining his like athleticism,
Uh,
which is what New Japan basically looks for. Or well, what goes over because like I don't think he's. I'm not gonna say he's like the same type of person or anything or like the same talent level, but like the combination of him being gaijin, loads of charisma, can get people to hate him really easily, and he's crazy athletic and has the ability to put on muscle. Like he's basically like the closest thing to a new Kenny Omega that the Bullet Club can get.
yeah. No, that makes sense from what everything I've heard about how Kenny had to change his body and stuff when he
Yeah.
went into the heavyweight division.
Yep. Yeah, and I think El Phantasmo can easily do the same thing. That'll be an interesting transition to see eventually. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. What I think will end up happening is because he's doing the IWGP Tag Title stuff right now
Hmm.
with Taiji Ishimori. So like eventually he'll probably do like IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion like singles runs
Right.
and kind of get to the top of that division, probably within the next year and a half maybe. And then once that's kind of like run its end, then he'll probably jump to the heavyweight division and move up there. Is my thoughts, anyways. That's what my guess is.
I mean, it all makes sense to me, but for what my limited knowledge of New Japan, goes.
Yeah,
So,
like the biggest thing for it is just because he is also taller, which means it'll probably be easier for him to like. He doesn't have to do as much probably to put on the little bit of weight he needs to like officially be in the heavyweight division.
what is the like weight cutoff for heavyweight in Japan?
I do not know.
Hmm.
I have no idea.
I would Google it, but meh, I don't want to.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to guess, I'd say it's probably like 210 or something like that.
Yeah, which yeah, by American standards, that's light. Jeez. Eh,
Yeah,
I mean,
because I mean,
I know
even
Japanese. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say because even the current IWGP Heavyweight Champion Shingo Takagi, like he was a junior heavyweight when he first came over, but and his body hasn't really changed all that much. Like
Right.
he's still roughly the same size that he was when he came in. Like I think he's only gotten like only a little bit bigger.
That son of a bitch evil.
Yeah, it's funny because like there's not, and I think you've already kind of said this because like I'm not the biggest evil fan in the world.
Right.
Like I think I told you about that before. Um, but it's funny. It's actually a pretty common feeling amongst like American New Japan fans.
Right.
Not a lot of American New Japan fans are fans of evil, And I don't mean like, oh, because he's a heel. I mean just because they just don't. He just doesn't do it for them, for whatever reason. But the thing is, in Japan, he's like over as a heel, like he's like big time to the Japanese fans as a heel. So
And honestly, that like as much as they probably prefer a bigger American audience, Japan's where they make their money.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
No, obviously, but like that's why even though like we're sitting here, like we'll be sitting here wondering like, man, why is he getting this push? I don't really quite get it. Like it's because like in Japan he is like they like hating him.
yeah, no, from what I've seen, he really sticks out to me more as like a enforcer type than a lead guy. But
Yeah,
clearly they're pushing him as a lead guy.
indeed. Indeed they are. I'm going to be going silent for half a second. I got to untangle my cord.
Tangle your face. Got him. Uh, this is one thing I don't like about these events, and this is the same with just rewatching the first night. I don't understand the long gaps, and not like they have to
All right.
reset. It's literally just a long gap.
Alrighty. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Cool. All right.
I
That
was
should
just
all be good.
complaining about how they put together their pay-per-views.
Huh?
Like I don't understand why they have the women's match and then they have this long gap where they start
Oh.
other matches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm honestly not entirely sure either.
because I remember when I was watching the first night, there was like three of them throughout the night. I'm sure this is going to be the same way. And I'm just not. I don't like. I get it if there's a match where you got to clean up stuff, like it's got weapons and stuff, but
Yeah.
that's not the case most of the times from what I've seen.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, honestly, I don't really get it either. But I'm not quite sure. But yeah, bear with me one second. I gotta grab a bottle of water.
All right, I'll just sit here and keep talking myself. Uh, well, I'm thinking about it. I don't know who's listening to this at the moment, but if you're listening to this in the future, on Wednesday, you can listen to us again on Chaos is Everywhere on podcast apps. And we'll be talking about All Out with going over our predictions and what we got right and what we got wrong. And as tired as I am right now, still very much looking forward to that as it is in our future. So can't wait to share that with everybody. And if you happen to be listening to us live, God, I hope you're in a different time zone. But if you're not, thanks for joining us. So the background. Okay, so this is just a random thing that my brain's focused on. The menu we're looking at here.
Whew.
It says 9.5, September 5th. Well, it's just the menu of stuff. The
All right.
background. Okay, go ahead.
I'm back. No, you're good. I'm just want to let you guys know I am back. Got my bottle of water, and I wanted to point out it is past 2 a.m. and the main show hasn't started yet. I'm scared.
Oh, I'm really debating with myself because I do have to get up at about 6:30 a.m. today.
I mean, you might as
Um,
well just fucking stay up the whole time then and just wake her up and go right to bed.
yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I'm like, by the time this is over, that's probably going to be the better bet for me.
Yeah, honestly. Well, yeah, there's no point in you going to bed for like literally an hour and
Right.
then
Because I'll just want to kill somebody at that point if I try to get up an hour.
yeah,
It's just an hour of
exactly.
sleep.
No, you're honestly your best bet's probably to just stay up and then make sure she's ready to go and then just fucking pass right out.
No, it's a sign of my age. Because when I was younger, I literally would stay up until like sometimes 10:30 in the morning and then go to bed.
Yeah.
Like that's just the cycle I was on, and I just have not done that in years.
Yeah,
It
I
makes me
mean,
feel very old.
I'm the same thing. I'm the same way, man. I'm usually in bed like passed out by now, but
Oh, what I was gonna say, just to not leave a dangling thing. Not that it's important. My wrestling brain wants to make the background of this menu like Nitro themed,
oh,
but all I can think is like local tire commercial. I don't know why.
ow, ow, ow.
Uh,
Oh boy.
What did you do? Well, what happened?
Nope, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
everything's fine. Everything is
podcast.
fine.
See, night one, I remember, was about 3 hours and 49 minutes.
Yeah. Night
I'm
2 will
getting
probably
that.
be roughly the same.
Uh,
Like, I don't
yeah,
think it'll be much longer, but it probably won't be any shorter, though.
Japanese really do love to sit for long periods of time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nope, here we go.
Here we go. In the MetLife Dome.
Yep.
That's a weird, like, I'm not against this, but that's a weird thing to, like have a singles match between Cobb and Okada the first night and then put them in a tag match the next night.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just maybe it's just my American brain, but I would definitely reverse that order. Like
N-
I'd do the tag match first night.
yeah, no, I agree. I would think the same thing. Um, I don't know. Maybe it was because they needed. I don't know. They probably just were thinking they need some form of like um, singles rivalry type stuff for the first night. Because I
Yeah,
think they also like New Japan doesn't really want to like they don't want to basically like do all their stuff on like the second night and have the first night have nothing on it.
right. Which makes the third idea of a third night even more hilarious.
Yeah, right. No, I agree on that. It really does. Oh God.
Oh, I'm regretting so many life choices right now.
Mainly just this one.
Yeah, well, it's the most recent one.
Yeah. Make no mistake, it's not that we think this show is going to be bad or anything. Like, this show is going to be awesome. There's basically no doubt about it.
Right.
It's just we don't live in Japan. So
Yeah, I'm gonna make a bold prediction here. This happened to fall on a 4-day weekend for me. Um, Unless that happens again, we're not gonna be. At least I'm not gonna be doing too many live streams of New
no,
Japan Wrestling.
I probably won't be either.
Uh, like we'll definitely watch New Japan and we'll talk about it, but we're gonna do that later
Yeah.
when normal people watch it in America.
Yeah. I will say I will try my damnedest to do Wrestle Kingdom. I will try my damnedest, but that is a long
And
ways
I
down the road.
and I will wish you luck because that's
Yeah.
sometime in January, and I
Yep.
pretty much can guarantee I won't have the time off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know. I mean, honestly, I have no idea what I'll be doing at that point. So, I mean, obviously, I'll still be doing this, but I don't know what else I'll be doing at that point.
right,
So I'm not sure if that'll even be possible. I would like it to be, but I have no idea.
some sort of outlet because I'm gonna keep doing the podcast. You're gonna keep doing the podcast, and I'm sure you'll stream something.
Yeah. God, it is so
I
weird
really,
seeing. I was just gonna. It's so weird seeing Takagi as the world heavyweight champion, mostly because
yeah,
he's a member of Los Ingobernables, and anyone in
okay.
that faction that's not Naito, it's just so weird to see them like as the champion, because Naito's the leader of the faction.
For me, it's weird because like when the last time I was watching New Japan, I don't know if Takagi was even like part of any conversation I remember, and now he's like the guy.
Yeah, I know they had to switch up a lot of stuff when Ibushi went down with
Yeah,
his illness, and Osprey went down with his injury. Like a lot of things kind of got like flung in the air. I think when that happened.
Right. I also want to point out that I don't like the design of their new world title. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Maybe because it reminds me of the Divas title, and that's one of the worst titles ever made. I don't know, but
Yeah. I know. There he
I
is, the
think
man who had a crazy, surprisingly amazing match with Moose.
uh
And I don't mean Okada.
no, I know I know you told me I should watch that. I still haven't done that yet.
You don't have to watch the whole show, but I would definitely watch that match
I'm sure I could just
because it
find that match
is
somewhere. Yeah.
it is mind blowing how good of a match it was considering the two of them and like how
Yeah.
just how different they look.
Now that I see him and I already know what Moose looks like, I can imagine how weird it would be for that match to be good. Apparently, I think it's Rocky Romero. I'm not positive, but on night one they talked about they were going to have another person doing commentary, but I guess because of lockdowns in Australia, he can't travel to the place where he
Oh yeah.
records, which I find very like, well, one I just find refreshing if there's a problem to actually handle it, but it's just a weird thing. Like, why, like, I guess Australia can't have good internet in your house.
I have no
I,
idea. I don't
me
know.
neither. Maybe you just need a professional studio, but I feel like as long as you have good internet, it shouldn't matter where you are. You can
Oh,
just have good equipment.
that wouldn't be Rocky Romero.
Yeah.
What's his name? Is it like Alex Kozlov or something like that?
Okay. Rocky Romero is just the only other commentator for New Japan that I know, so
Yeah,
I
no,
just never
Rocky
saw it.
is in Rocky's in America.
Got it. He wasn't there for Show and Yo, and that's why
Yeah,
they
he's like
broke up.
wrestling in New Japan America Strong now in America.
Here comes one of the most confusing gimmicks for me.
I think it's so cool.
It is so cool, but like the gimmick when he comes out has nothing to do with his wrestling style.
Yeah,
It's as if Mankind came out in like '96 and then just went in there and was like a straight shooter, amateur wrestler.
yeah, I totally get that, but like, it's just so hilariously awesome.
Yeah.
There he is.
I got interrupted during his match. Do you know if he won his match?
I don't know. I did not catch it.
My instincts, just based on wrestling instincts, would say he must have because the idea of him losing 3 times in a row is very rare
Yeah,
for anybody to lose 3 times in a row in a big match.
yeah.
But I have no idea, to be honest with you. Yep, and the gimmick is over. Now I will hurt you.
Yep. God, I love me some Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, I'm assuming by that shit-eating smirk that he won.
He must have. Yeah. And Okada does not look entertained.
You stole that belt from Lance Archer, who basically only had it so Moxley wasn't pinned.
Yeah.
I mean, at least they gave him one title defense on AEW where he got to win. That's something, I guess.
Yeah. Also, it was actually I saw someone point out that it kind of like by having Tanahashi win the title from Archer, it kind of
Mhm.
guaranteed that Kota Ibushi wasn't winning it off of Tanahashi. Because
Yeah,
if the plan was to have Ibushi eventually have the title, then they would have just kept it on Archer and had Archer drop it to Ibushi.
right. Yeah, that makes sense. Because, like, yeah, if your idea was to, if that's where the title was going, there's no reason to put another guy in between them.
Right. especially not Tanahashi.
Right.
You don't slap a bald man on the head. Are you insane?
I mean, he is the Great Khan.
That's the Great Okan.
The Great Okan. Sorry. I'm, do- I'm doing my best at 2 something in the morning with not knowing Japanese wrestling that well to begin with.
No, you're fine. I mainly have you on here just I mean because you're my friend and I wanted to talk to you while watching this. I'm not expecting you to like be some amazing like crazy commentator. You know.
Yeah, just right now, secretly break out that I've always been watching New Japan and I've only been feigning ignorance for no reason.
Exactly.
Tag.
Oh god, that got me. Oh man, I almost choked on a gummy bear because of that. Oh, I love
Oh,
that. He just Okada just tags himself in calmly, calmly gets into the ring, then runs after Jeff Cobb like a madman, like a man possessed. That was hilarious.
I mean, Cobb did beat him, probably cheating in some way.
I'm guessing.
Again, I feel bad because I was really enjoying that match, honestly,
What's
and
up
it
with the
just
camera?
life interrupted. What do you mean?
It's like really zoomed in. It's not showing you.
Huh, mine's not.
Wait,
Um,
what?
mine looks like normal. Like I just watched Okada go into the ring with
Oh,
him.
1 second. Maybe it's mine then.
Yeah, it might be you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're good now. That was that was weird. My screen like went low quality for some reason for like 2 seconds, and it made it to where I
Huh.
couldn't see Okada at all. I just saw Jeff Cobb throwing around like air, basically. Or basically, it was like
Well,
Jeff
there.
Cobb was throwing around someone off screen.
Huh. Well, good thing I'm here, so I could help you.
Yeah, I had no clue that it was Okada he was doing that to. Clearly,
Oh, look at those Mongolian chops. That's not racist, by the way. That's what those are called.
nope.
I'm allowed to say that.
Good for you.
This is a racist question, but it's a racist question in the context of wrestling racism. So I feel okay asking. Does Jeff Cobb get to do the hard-headed gimmick like the Samoans used to do, or does that not apply to people from Hawaii?
I do not think it really applies. I've never, I've never seen him do it. Oh, and he does a headbutt just as I said that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but he
he does.
didn't.
Yeah,
He was affected by it though.
yeah. It's more about the no sell, and I don't. There's not a lot of Hawaiian wrestlers for me to draw on, so I don't know
Yeah.
if that's a thing.
Tour of the Islands. Oh, Kata gets out of it.
Who would have saw that coming? I mean,
I love the name of that finisher too.
yeah. I like that. I really like that Okada's submission finish was called the money clip. I didn't realize that until last or yeah
Yeah.
last night. I thought that last on their last match that Cobb does not have enough of a long enough neck to really make that neck breaker look very effective.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just thick.
Yeah,
He's the dude's just so thick.
he's basically like he almost looks like a clone of Rhino to a point.
Almost. Yeah, I can see that. Only like no offense to Rhino, but like a lot more athletic.
Yeah. Although I will say Rhino I think had thicker legs. Good for
Yeah.
Rhino.
Oof. Yeah, Cobb has a cooler moveset though.
Yeah. I
I
think that
just
has
love his
more to do.
finishers so much.
Yeah.
Like the start and stop like spinning soup, like spinning body slam type thing that it is. It's just so cool looking. No, Kanishi pick him up. Nope.
I thought I was going to deadlift him.
Cobb probably could, but
Yeah. I feel like a deadlift, it's all like even if you could do it, you really shouldn't do it in the
yeah.
ring just because it's not as impressive and it's a lot of work.
Ooh.
Deadlifting someone off the apron is different than trying to do it in the ring.
Yeah.
There you
Ooh,
go.
there you
There's the
go.
suplex. Although it looks like Cobb was less affected.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, so he got to no sell the overhead belly to belly. There you go.
God, what a drop kick. Dude, what a drop kick by someone like him.
Yeah. No, that was like it was not only did he get up there, it was like picture perfect
Yeah.
form. That's very impressive.
Telling you, man. Love me some Jeff Cobb. Like, I would love to see him versus Brian Cage rivalry.
Yeah, that would be really good. Maybe one day we'll get to see that.
Maybe. I mean, Cobb's been in
Honestly,
AEW. Just he's just like not
yeah.
like signed to them or anything.
Well, no, but with the working agreement, you could definitely book that match, which is
Yeah.
cool.
Sorry, that's gonna the yawning is not gonna stop.
I really thought he was going to steal a move that I invented in a video game back when I was like 12. The running spear into the tree from the tree of woe. I mean, his kick was almost as good.
Yeah. I don't know why someone hasn't done that yet.
I don't know. I think it would really work, like especially if you just threw your arms out to their side and really just like almost like like a literal spear, like made your body completely
Yeah.
flat in the air. I think it would look really good. And if you added the little flourish of like what I always like to do with my guy was do a taunt in the corner where before you ran over there, you like sat down like Jake the Snake used to do and just look at the guy before you run over. Like that for a heel, that would be really cool.
Yeah. No, I agree. I am actually really surprised that no one's done that yet. I feel like that'd be a pretty I don't know. Like I think it's creative, but not so creative that I think it's out of the realm of like someone thinking of it. You know.
Right. Well, nobody ever
Ooh,
came over to play video games with me when I was like 12, or I would have shown it to them.
that's fair.
Oh no. Does the referee not count? Come on. That's a double team.
Ooh, kick out.
That's actually something I don't know. Is it a standard 5 count supposed to be when you're in the ring like that? Or does New Japan not do a count? Or is it longer?
So I'm not sure what the official rule is,
Hmm.
but in general, I tend to see them just kind of let it go.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what the official rule is, but they tend to just kind of
Yeah.
let whatever's
So
supposed to
it's, a,
happen happen.
so it's a lot like what AEW does.
Yeah,
Like, if there is a rule, they don't really enforce it.
kind of, yeah.
Which honestly, if that's the way you want to do it, that's fine. I would just be happier if you then say, no, we're just not going to do counts anymore instead of like having that rule and never enforcing it.
Mm,
That's just me. I know I'm a stickler for stuff like that.
you really are. You're just old. That's all.
Hey, FTR is the same way with tag rules. So,
No.
like just this last week, they actually had a tag rope up because, of course, they did because they follow the rules.
Oh,
Ooh, that was a nice catch
that
by
was
Cobb.
cool.
I wonder if Okada has the best drop kick right now in wrestling. I think I've asked that before, but I'm not.
I mean, I would say he does.
I think the other big contender usually is like Randy Orton. He has a pretty good one,
Yeah.
but oh
No, I mean, honest. At least for me, those are the two that I usually think of
yeah,
when I think of drop kicks. Like I think Orton and Okada, basically.
yeah. Especially like if you're thinking active. There's others I can think of that aren't active anymore.
Well, yeah,
But
I mainly think of active though. Man, how I don't know why this just popped into my head, but I would love to see Randy Orton leave WWE, come to New Japan, join Chaos, and
right,
start a run for the tag team belts with Okada, and they call themselves RK Okada,
so much what if in there.
right? Their
Oh,
finisher is just like a their finisher is just a double team drop kick.
I mean, it would be awesome. Oh, there we go. Jeff Cobb and the Great O'Khan
Yep.
just got themselves a win.
I think they're going to be pushing for their. They might be. I think they're going to start pushing for them maybe to go towards like the tag titles because I think
Right.
they're going to start pulling for um the what's their full name? Is it the United Empire?
Something like that, yeah. It's Empire, yeah. Other words besides Empire.
Yeah. But basically that faction I think they're going to start pushing to get a lot like bigger since like Osprey's the leader of it and everything.
Right. So I honestly like I know this, but I'm reconfirming something. So Okada is like the leader of Chaos.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay. Just because like their factions don't work a lot like the NWO. They don't usually show up together
Right.
in like
Yeah.
big groups. So
No, they don't. But yeah, no, Okada's the leader of Chaos.
which I'm still looking into gimmick infringement, but haven't really figured that out yet.
No, good luck because they've been around longer than you've thought of that. So
I, listen, if you go back to my original concepts, I think I got them. It goes back to when I was like 13, so it's like 20 years ago.
oh yeah, never mind.
But I don't have any actual proof of that. My proof goes back to when we started the podcast.
Yes.
So
Yeah, it would not surprise me to see Cobb and Okan with the tag belts here, like within a year.
is it still held by what the hell's their name? The
Dangerous.
twins?
No. What?
Okay. Last time I thought it was the twins that held it. Last time I saw
The
it, like
twins.
what's the name? Haku's kids.
Oh, the Gorillas of Destiny. They're not twins.
Yeah, I thought they were.
Not
All right.
no. I maybe I'm wrong, but no. I,
Entirely possible I'm wrong.
Tamatonga is the oldest, and Tongaloa is younger.
Gotcha.
Then
But
Hikuleo is like the young. Well, he's younger than both of them. I don't know if he's the youngest, but
right.
but yeah, no, they are not the champions. The Dangerous Techers are the champions. So that's Zack Saber Jr. and no Kanemaru is the junior heavyweight with Desperado. It's I forget his name. Gosh darn it, the dude that comes out with like the mic. Ah, I can't
Oh
remember.
yeah, I know who. Yeah, I know who you're talking about now, but I'm bad with Japanese names to
Yeah,
begin with.
but yeah, it's
Yeah.
him. It's Zack Saber and him.
Okay.
They're the champions again, and then they're challenging tonight. They're defending tonight against Naito and Sonata, and then also uh, Yoshihashi and Haruki Goto.
So this is going way back to when I was watching it somewhat regularly. as far as that tag team, Saber Jr. and the other guy,
Yeah,
um, I can't remember what it was. I just remember that the Sons of Haku stole something from that one guy. Did he ever get it back?
I don't. I have no idea. I don't know.
I can't remember what it was. I just remember it was stolen, and that was like the storyline going between those four.
Nah. Yeah, I do not know.
All right, that's fair because I can't remember anything about it. So it was also like 6 months ago, if not longer. Jesus, how time flies.
Yeah.
Uh, I want to point out that Desperado decided to do the Molina entrance, which
I mean, he does it
fine.
better. Let's be honest. He clearly does it better.
I'm not gonna say he didn't do it technically better. I'm just gonna say I prefer the original, but it's fine. Teach his own. Oh Jesus, those are gonna give somebody a seizure.
Right?
I mean, they look cool. It's just someone's gonna die if they look directly at them.
I mean, New Japan doesn't care about that stuff.
I
If
mean,
they cared
they
about that kind of stuff, Evil wouldn't have had the entrance that he had when he was in Los Ingobernables. When
also
he
the
had the
same
laser
country.
show coming from his fingers.
It's also the same country that like did Pokemon with that one episode that gave like 100 kids or something seizures.
Yeah.
So I think Japanese people think seizures are a myth for the most part.
I mean, they are. Right? Clearly.
Yeah, it's mostly just people wanting attention.
Yes, obviously. That is really cool look, though.
Yeah.
Like, first I saw El Phantasmo, and I was like, oh man, look how cool he looks coming into the ring. Coming down to the
Right.
ring. And then then I see Ishimori behind him, and I'm like, oh, never mind. Never mind, that's even fucking cooler.
El Phantasmo is basically the oh, never mind. We're gonna move on because my brain just like completely shut down for a second.
Yeah.
Like it was a very simple phrase I was gonna use, and it just completely left my brain, and I'm not gonna get it back in any amount of time
You know,
that would
not
make
a
it
lot
worth
of
it.
people realize this, but simple phrases are at their hardest to say at 2:30 in the morning.
It's because most people aren't stupid enough to be awake at 2:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
or if they are, they're not stupid enough to be recording whatever brain garbage comes out of their mouth.
Smartest thing I've said since 1995.
Uh,
That's okay. Pepsi's got caffeine in it.
Honestly, what I wish I had right now, and I haven't had one of these in God, keep reminding myself how old I am. 8 years back when I was getting my degree. I wish I had a 5 hour energy.
Oh, those are gross.
Yeah, but they do the job really well. I wouldn't have gotten through my like either of my degrees without it because it just gives you
Oh
that
God.
like burst energy to do papers. Oh, that's such good heel work right there.
You gotta remember, this is Super Juniors now. This is like fast pace.
Right,
Got to be able to
but
keep up.
don't they know it's 2:30 in the morning?
No, they don't.
Oh, look, he did a lion
I mean,
salt.
El Phantasmo's a gaijin. He should realize it. Even though I
He
think
really
he's, even though I think he's from like the, is he Canadian? I think he's Canadian. I think he's from like the western part of Canada though.
still late in the western part of Canada right now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it'd be really funny if like all the white wrestlers in New Japan were stuck on like American time, and so they were all exhausted all the time.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't work. What? You've been here for 5 years.
I'm sorry, I choose to stay on Eastern Standard Time.
Mm.
nice oversell there with the drop kick to the knee and then into a headstand.
Yeah. I gotta check. Is Al Fantasma? Sorry. Now I'm curious. 'Cause I don't want to be wrong. Or if I
Yeah,
am wrong, I want to. Oh, he is Canadian. Okay.
okay. It
Uh,
sounded right from what I remember, like of commentary the last time I was watching this.
yeah. Yeah, he's from Vancouver. Yeah, so he is from the western part. I was completely correct.
Yeah,
Look at me.
good job.
Look at me being
You
right about stuff.
to put you in like fifth percentile of Americans because of the geography you just named.
Yeah, man. I'm on top of my game, dog.
Oh, trying to think of what to call that because it's not technically any figure four like hold I've ever seen before.
Dude,
Like
Desperado is so
start,
cool looking.
yeah, like start off as like a spinning toe hold, and then he just sort of transitions into
Ooh.
what would I think actually work on the guy's hips, if I had to guess, in real life, which is a very under attacked body part in the wrestling world, except for if you're Billy Gunn with a steel chair to Paul White.
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself for bringing that back around.
I still don't know how I feel about that. I
Uh,
mean, it's not like they
well,
were really doing anything anyways, so.
yeah, no, not even on Dark. Like they would be there all the time winning their matches, but it was never to progress the storyline. They
Yeah.
just kept winning. So yeah, we'll have to see. Like AEW has built up a lot of credit with me that I'm not going to shit on anything immediately. It's going to take a little while for me to make an opinion.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, to be fair, like, I know it's been a long time, but heel Billy Gunn, especially like on the
right.
mic back in the day, like, it's really good. So,
I mean, and I've been telling you this for weeks, just watching Dark, that like one of his sons, I think it's Austin, has got like a ridiculous win loss record, and it's done nothing for him. So they've got a legit gripe they can work off of on the mic.
yeah.
But Austin or Colton, I guess it doesn't
It's
matter.
probably
They're
Austin.
interchangeable.
No, they're not. It's probably Austin. They're really not
It's
interchangeable just because they're so drastically different.
yeah, it's like in look you mean, or
Well, look and like in ring.
yeah, it's true.
Austin's
Whichever
way more
one,
of a personality.
I think it's Austin. Maybe it's not Austin then, because whichever one just didn't just come back from injury is the one
Oh.
that kept talking about his win loss record.
Oh, maybe it is Colt then. Because Austin also has all the tattoos.
Yeah, it's the taller one, the
Okay,
one
I was
I'm
going to say,
thinking of.
because Austin's shorter, a little thicker, like a little more muscular, and has like all
Yeah,
the tattoos.
yeah. So it
And it's
must
a
be
lot
Colton,
louder.
and yeah, but Colton, like apparently according to the commentary, has got like a 20 win, zero loss record, and that's like
That's
world
mind
title
blowing.
level. Yeah. So anyway, that's AEW. We'll talk more about that on Wednesday. Like I mentioned earlier, if anybody's listening to this, check us out on Wednesday.
Oh,
Ooh, that was kind of an undersell for the elbow.
yeah.
It's like he got hit with the elbow and then just gently dropped off the apron, which is why I think Japanese wrestlers in general just don't give you the choice and just hit you really hard, so you have to react like you should.
Oh.
Oh, I wanted to like because we were watching it together, but I wanted to point something out.
Mm.
In the first night in the show yo match, did you feel the kicks in your spine that Show was doing to Yo's back?
I mean,
Like
yeah.
good God.
Yes, yes, I did.
If you didn't watch the first night, A lot of good matches in there, but just that was so hard hitting on a ridiculous level.
Yeah.
Like to the point where I was like, you guys know it can be a work, right? You don't have to hurt each other. Like props, I guess.
Nah, that Show Yo match was certainly something.
Especially because I went into it just making fun of the fact that their names rhyme, and then it turned into a really hard hitting match.
Yeah, I mean, when you've been a tag team basically your entire careers,
Well, let's hope that Yo is not the Marty Jannetty of
I mean,
their
that's the
tag
thing
team.
also is like I mean, you're I'm assuming you weren't really aware at all of their like of their tag team like status, I guess.
No, like literally the first time I've ever heard of them was that match.
That
So
oh man, that's mind-blowing.
yeah, well, because like I know very little of New Japan in general,
No, I know.
and then they weren't being featured in that like few month period like a year ago that I was watching.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
they're
I'm
like
gonna
one of the best like they're one of the greatest junior heavyweight tag teams in like the history of the company.
yeah,
Um they've been together basically like they came up together and basically were tag have been a tag team their entire careers.
right,
But yeah, so like and then like Yo basically got injured and Show had to do like singles wrestling. Found some success in singles wrestling. And then when Yo came back, they were a tag team again, but like they weren't really doing well. And
right,
Yo just so happened to be the one like basically taking all the pinfalls. And then Show had enough of it and turned on him.
yep. And then Show, after he won his match, joined that torture house we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
So, which
Yippers.
that made me laugh too, because of the COVID, but also because it's a Japanese audience. The audience reaction to this big, shocking turn was to just politely applaud.
Yeah, I mean, it's Japanese crowds for you.
I mean, even if they could like cheer, like it wasn't COVID, I feel like that would have still been the reaction because
Yeah, that's
that's
just how
how
they are.
Japanese crowds are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yep. That's why you can never. That's why with like wrestling in New Japan and stuff, you can
Mhm.
never take a a match being like bad or anything based on the crowd.
Yeah.
Because like they'll
Like,
do some clapping and stuff,
mhm.
but but yeah, they just don't. They they don't really like. They just don't go crazy or anything.
Yeah. Which is fascinating because the style of wrestling, while it is definitely unique to Japan, is still very like
Exciting.
not
It's a very
yeah,
exciting
exciting.
style,
Right.
which is
But
crazy.
right, like if you well, you can see it. Like if you see like these kind of matches in AEW, it makes the crowd go fucking nuts.
Exactly.
And you get all sorts of noise.
Oh God.
Like German.
God, Ishimori is so good.
Who in America did that German suplex like just like that?
I believe. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to say because I think I'm wrong. I don't know why. So the first name that popped into my head was Buddy Murphy
That could be
because
it.
I could
Yeah.
have sworn I saw him do that from time to time.
I
And
know it was somebody in WWE, and that's why I'm having trouble because it's been so long since I was watching WWE. So I'm trying to
yeah,
like, who would have done that?
I don't know if it was actually him or if he's just on my mind because I know he's going to be coming back to wrestling at some point, and I'm like, I have a gigantic, massive wrestling chub for now,
Right.
Buddy Matthews.
Did did Shinsuke do it? Because I feel like it might have been
Oh, it might have been
Shinsuke.
Shinsuke actually.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
I
you're
feel
right.
like
I think it was Shinsuke. Buddy
yeah.
Matthews could do it though because he's amazing. But
Like
no, you're right.
when
It was 100% Shinsuke. You're absolutely right.
ooh, nice catch by Desperado.
Desperado, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, that's a fact that I knew.
God, like there's a lot of times where I'll be like, yeah, I mean, New Japan, it was so much better when like the Young Bucks and like Kenny was there and like Kenny was having those amazing matches with Okada, and it's just not the same. But then I look at it and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, they have Ishimori, they have
Right.
like Hiromu Tanahashi, like Jesus, like Ishimori's
Yeah.
crazy good, Desperado's crazy good. Like they have fucking Will Osprey. Like they're still so good. Like I don't know why I like for some reason it's just like yeah, but like I think because I grew to love New Japan so much through like
Right.
Bullet Club and through like the Elite that like I don't know, it's hard to try to like I think because they were all like English speakers and they're so charismatic, it was easier
Hmm.
for me to like get into it. But like
Right.
when your big charismatic guys are speaking Japanese, it's harder for me as like an American to like get into it,
Right.
which is
Also,
difficult.
it's just like it's the member berries. You remember when Kenny Omega was doing that?
Yeah.
You remember? Oh.
That's kind of why like I'm happy like Osprey's back and
Hmm.
like I hope he like really starts picking it back up again soon because like he's like pretty good on the mic. He's not like Kenny level of good on the mic, but he's like pretty good on the mic. And he's like a fantastic wrestler, and he's he's someone I can understand.
Right. I mean, it's your fault for not getting lingo and or whatever that app's called and learning Japanese already.
I do have Duolingo, and I did start.
And you haven't got to the point where you can watch entire pay-per-view in Japanese.
No,
Slacker.
but I literally just started. So like I can't really do any of it yet. But yeah, I have started it though because I would like to understand like not just Japanese like wrestling, but also like I really like anime. I would like to be able to understand that.
Yeah,
If I could learn to read it, I would like to read manga. Like that'd be kind of cool.
yeah. Somebody like a
Ooh,
professor of mine once said that it's a lot easier to learn to read a language than it is to speak it.
yeah.
I've never found that to be true myself, but I mean, he would know because he could speak and read French, so he would know which one was easier to do. Oh,
No, Phantasmo's calling it.
was he going for like I just don't know his moveset. Was that like a pile driver?
Yeah, it's basically like a pile driver with the guy's like arms tied up. I believe, right? Yeah, it's not a power. Yeah, because it's not a power bomb. Is it a power? No, it's not a power bomb. It's a pile driver. I can't, man, I am so bad. If it was
We're
2:30
gonna
p.m. instead of 2:30 a.m., I'd be so much
you'd be
more.
still on top of this shit.
I'd be so much more on top of it.
What was
Ooh,
we should figure out what the like what time zone would be like doing their nighttime wrestling at 2:30 p.m. for us, and then watch that. I don't know if that's in America or not. No, because it's going the other way. It's got to be somewhere in Europe.
yeah. Ooh,
Hey, Desperado, you should do what that girl did, because like if you used her move from earlier, you wouldn't have been able to got to the ropes there.
yeah, for real, for real. Ooh, no, Phantasma with the pin. Oh, kicked out.
And I
Whoo, that
think
was
he was using
close.
the trunks too.
Yeah, he was. Ooh, that was a close one.
Oh, I think he loaded up that boot.
You load my boot. Oh, he kicked out. Woohoo! Sir!
This is where you grab a chair as a bad guy, just start beating the crap out of the good guy.
Yep.
Wait, where's Desperado's partner? Some guy. Or maybe not.
There
There
he
we
is.
go. I still know stuff.
Ooh.
Ooh, that was a nice moonsault there to the
Yeah.
outside.
Springboard quarter moonsault. Corner moonsault.
I'm just trying to remind myself at almost 3 a.m. in the morning to not just make sound effects, but actually talk about what's happening.
Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ee
Yeah, we
ooh.
don't want to.
Ah. Ah. Ee ooh. Ah. Ah. Ah.
This just evolves into an ASMR thing.
Hey man, that shit sells. Not the loaded boot. Ooh, Desperado. You were quick.
I mean, at least he's got the gimmick that the boot is loaded, because that's always bugged me that like that becomes a foreign object.
Yeah.
Like it's still just a boot. Like
Yeah. No, this one's loaded, so it's okay.
two grown men fighting over a shoe.
Story of my life.
Is that the whiskey bottle from earlier?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the whiskey bottle. It's just like WrestleMania 9 and they start pulling out like money and a brick.
There it is.
Hoisted by his own petard. I feel like that's on you, Desperado. Like
Right?
you hurt your hand punching him with his weapon.
I think that'll do it. That's a 3.
Well, yeah, because those damn faces cheated, cheating bastards.
I mean, they are not faces.
Well, relative to Phantasma, who just oozes heel.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, no, they are not faces. They are part of Suzuki Gun. They will forever be heels.
Thank God Desperado had a blue ice pack there for his hand.
I mean, there's
Like
blue ice packs there at all times.
you could have just he could have just swung the boot like a weapon. There was no one telling you he had to put his hand inside the boot.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Now
Uh,
he's ironing his hand with the ice pack.
It'll be interesting to see who their next challengers for the titles are going to be.
Do you think that's the end of the loaded boot gimmick, or do you think it's going to continue?
No, it'll probably continue. Because I don't think this is the end of like Ishimori and El Phantasmo will be challenging for the titles again. But I'm curious to see
Right,
like who else will. Because I don't know since I haven't been able to keep up. I don't know
right.
who else is in like the junior tag title hunt.
You know who's not? Show and Yo. They are
Yes, I am
definitely
well
not.
aware. I'm well aware they are not. They are
Sorry, I just
almost assuredly not.
felt
But
like I had something to add to the conversation.
yeah, but yeah, I'm not sure who else really um like
Yeah.
who else really would would fall into that category. But all right, before the next match though, I will be right
I
back. I
mean,
gotta go to the
that's
bathroom.
all right. I'll stay here because, well, I don't have to do anything. It really is a nice arena. It looks like it should be like hosting tennis, which I'm sure it probably does have tennis in their engagements. I do wonder if like the arena undersold and that's why like the bleachers are so empty, or if this is just the amount of people because of the COVID stuff that they could put in the arena. There's no real good way for me to know that. I'm just speaking out loud because I'm curious. I have no idea what's building up next. The video is really cool. I just have no idea what we're building to. Ah, yes. I'm gonna just be straight up with everybody. These are two guys that I don't even know if I've seen before, so I got nothing for you. I do appreciate the interest, though. It's very, um, I want to say flashy, but it works for me. I do know that gentleman in the front's the neverweight champion, which
Alrighty,
I don't know what that means.
I am back.
Good, because I have no idea who these guys are, and so I was just basically talking about what I could see.
So this is Yoshihashi, and this is and Haruki Goto is the guy right there in the blue. Um, so yeah,
And was I correct in my assumption that that's the neverweight champion?
it's a trios title.
Okay,
So he's one member of the trios champions.
okay, that's fine. I'm basically just like I said, talking off what I see on the screen, so
Yeah.
I might misread it.
See, because Goto's got the title too. They're two of the three.
Where's the third guy? Why is he not out there to support them?
The third owner of that title, I believe, is Ishii, who was teaming up with Okada tonight.
Ah, okay.
I believe, yeah, I believe Tomohiro Ishii is the third member of the of them.
I mean, we'll find
They're
out
all
if he has.
Chaos members.
Gotcha. We'll find out when we get to that match if he has that title. Oh wait, did we already see that
We
match?
already saw it.
Uh,
He
I
didn't.
don't remember.
I don't think he came out with the title.
That's weird. In New Japan, like even if you have a title that has nothing to do with anything, you usually come out with the title.
Yeah, I'm not. I might be wrong. He might not be the third champion. I could have sworn he was though. I mean, it's three
Okay.
members of Chaos, and like I
Yeah.
can't think of what other member of Chaos would be champions with them.
Right.
Like my
I'm
go-to would with those two guys especially. My go-to would be Ishii, or
right.
like either him or maybe Yano.
Gotcha. Yeah, my only like, cause like I said, my only thought was last night. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's like the
Oh shoot!
Texas champion.
One
What
second.
happened?
I gotta do something real quick. I don't think
All
it's
right,
really affected the show at all, but I gotta just change something. Like I said, I don't think it's affected the show at all because I don't think we've really had too many stop-ins for viewers. But let me just fix a few things here.
especially if like most of the people that would stop in are in our time zone. I'm assuming this is
Right.
going to be mostly for future listeners.
Yeah. There we go. I just had to. So I had to turn. I have when I'm not streaming, I have my
Hmm.
chat on to emotes only.
Hmm.
Because there's a lot of times where smaller streamers like me will get like a lot of like hate raids and like hate bots and stuff to try to like get them like basically to like try to get your channel like taken away from you and all that crap because
Right,
people are assholes. Um, so the way to counter that basically is to like put your chat into emote only, so that they can't do anything really. So, but like obviously when you start to stream, you have to like take it off that so people can actually like talk to you.
right, makes sense.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, like
forgot to do that.
eh, yeah, but how many people really do you think are gonna? I mean, maybe, but I feel like most of the people that are up right now are in Japan,
You know,
and I don't know why they'd be listening to an English version of the stream for this. But if you are, hi, your country is in the wrong time zone.
I feel like if you're in the same faction and you're gonna be going for the tag titles, maybe come
Hmm.
out together.
I don't see the problem. That's teamwork. I was just gonna say, are there any people in New Japan that are not affiliated with any faction? Because it seems like every match, everybody's in one of the like 4 or 5 factions.
In like all the main storylines, they are.
Gotcha.
Um, but like a lot of the legends, for example, like they're not a part of any sort of like real faction. Obviously, the Young Lions.
Right.
Basically, any sort of like, I guess anyone who's not considered legend or not considered. Oh no, that's not entirely true either because I guess it's mainly I don't know how to put it because like there are younger talents that aren't
Mm,
young lions that are like independent basically.
right.
Not that many, but there are some. But I guess like basically anyone in any kind of storyline is in a faction,
Yeah. Which makes sense. That's basically their booking
except for Kota
philosophy.
Ibushi and Tanahashi.
Right.
Those are the main two I can think of that are not associated with any factions.
Has Ibushi ever been a part of a faction, or has he always just not been in a faction?
No, he's never been in a faction. The closest thing to quote unquote being in a faction would have been basically when he was teaming with Kenny,
Right.
and then basically like because he was teaming with Kenny, he was also kind of like with the Young Bucks.
Right.
That would have been the only real thing. Pepsi keeping me awake.
Not to disparage the good name of Coca-Cola, who is clearly a sponsor of the building.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I, I prefer Pepsi over cola, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I didn't even really drink Coke before I lived in Albany for a while, and that's all I could get.
Well, that's the thing because I live in like the New York area.
Mhm.
Since I live in the great state of New York, and I'm not getting any more specific than that.
Yeah,
Um, like I've basically, and basically just because it's also just because of my family. Like we only usually had Coke,
yeah,
so like I didn't really drink Pepsi until I went to college.
yeah. Yeah, for anybody that doesn't live in New York that might be listening to this, there's a weird dividing line, talking specific on where we are,
Yeah,
but in the western part of the state, it's mostly Pepsi everywhere, and then the eastern part, it's mostly Coke everywhere.
yeah. With the
And I
central
grew up
kind
in
of
the
being a
western
mixed
part,
bag.
right? And I grew up in the western part, so I grew up drinking Pepsi mostly. And then when I went to college in the eastern part, that's when I had to start drinking Coke, basically.
Right. And I was kind of like the opposite. I grew up in the eastern part where I drank mostly Coke, and then I went to college in the western part of the state where I ended up drinking mostly Pepsi.
Yeah. Oh, the soda
Good
wars.
times.
They've divided us for so long.
Good times. I definitely don't regret anything that happened in college.
Eh, yeah, I can understand. I don't regret the dining hall in any way, shape, or form. I do miss that quite a bit.
God, Jesus, yes. Oh, I agree with you there. Boy, do I miss that.
Besides the fact that I just always loved having access to food,
Yep.
it did allow me in my last year to lose a significant amount of weight for a while because I could control what I was eating more than I
Yeah.
can do just by my willpower.
Yeah, no,
So,
I get that. God, I miss. And in the complete opposite direction for me, boy, do I miss chicken patties at like 10 o'clock at night and just duels, just chicken patty duels. Well, singular. There was only one chicken patty duel, but boy, was it a
I'll
duel.
have to I'll have to ask if he's okay with you seeing it. So the other weekend, I think I made fun of you on your SummerSlam stream about this, but the other weekend, DJ Madman was with me, like at my house,
Hmm.
and one of the things we did for his fantasy football, he had to consume as many single cheeseburgers from McDonald's as he could in like a minute and a half.
Oh,
Uh, and so I have like I think it's like a minute and a half, 3 minute video, whatever, on my phone of his attempts, and I couldn't even directly look at it, but it was hilarious at the same time.
God, I wish I could have been there for that. Man,
I feel like I want to say I helped him out a lot though, because part of it was style points, and I had the idea to play Team America's theme song in the background as he did that,
that's
and I feel like
fucking
it really added something to it.
that's fucking genius. Honestly, it's absolutely genius. I love it.
Ugh. Yeah, I'll have to, like I don't think he would care, but if he says it's cool, I'll send you the video.
Yeah. God, that's so genius.
Ugh.
I would have. Oh man, I would have taken part in that for the fun of it.
Yeah, no, we had plenty of cheeseburgers after because like he bought 9 and he only got through like 4, so he was
Mm,
snacking for the rest of the day on cheeseburgers even though he didn't really want to.
okay.
So okay, we're in a triple threat tag match for the titles.
Yep.
I'm gathering. Is it like regular like American rules for this, or is it like a tornado? Like they obviously
I
started in
don't know.
Brook. I guess we'll find out.
It might actually be tornado.
I don't even know how you get a pin with like that many people.
I'm not sure.
Like you basically have enough for a mini battle royal at this point.
Yeah, I don't know because they don't usually. So in terms of like triple threats for tag teams for stuff like this, they do not do this very often.
Right.
Like they don't do triple threat stuff a whole heck of a lot.
Well, I think I don't know if it's the reason they don't do it, but I think in general triple threats can get very formulaic.
Hmm.
So it's not a bad thing to avoid, or at least not overdo.
Yeah. No, I agree completely. I just know as like a just like a general rule of thumb, they do not tend to do them a lot, which I'm
Yeah,
perfectly fine with.
I think AEW's kind of avoided them too. Like the only one I can
Yeah.
think of is that one for the world title recently.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
Oh, it's 3:06. We only got like maybe 2 more hours to go.
Yeah, I'm probably like an hour and a half,
Yeah, that's what I was
roughly.
thinking too.
I'm guessing I personally believe that I will be falling asleep probably around like 5.
Right.
Cuz after the show's over, I'm going to put out one final tweet and then go to bed. Cuz I have another meme tweet that I'm planning on putting out once the show's over that'll be um similar to my waiting for a live Japanese wrestling show, only this one will be when you're done with a live Japanese wrestling show.
Oh, I see what you're
And
doing there.
yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna find something of someone just like falling over, passing out. Basically, is what I'm gonna be looking for.
telling a story. Good for you.
Yeah, actually, I think I actually already found what I'm gonna use.
Eh,
Like it's like a,
I
it's like a like a it's like a it's like a child just like falling over, falling asleep.
I'm going to think long and hard about what can keep me awake for an extra 2 hours, because falling asleep for 2 hours will probably just make me want to murder people when I have to get up at 6:30.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, it's 6:30, so it'll end up only being like an hour and a half.
Yeah, so I got to think about what I want to watch that'll keep me interested. I'm
Um,
thinking, eh, what are your ideas? Because I'm thinking like maybe because I've been going back through the Power Rangers, and I don't know if it'll be enough to keep me awake.
I don't know if Power
But
Rangers can keep you awake, dude.
that's true. I do
Um,
know them pretty well.
yeah. So what I will say, um, if you go to I'm not sure if anime can keep you awake, but if you go to Funimation,
Mhm.
there is one that's called like what's it called? Is it overcautious? It's an isekai, but instead of like the normal isekai where the dude's just like overpowered and he like goes and like fights stuff, he's
Right.
like just a very meticulous, smart person who ends up having to be in charge of a country that's like on its last legs. So he's not like going out to like fight anything, really. At least from what I've seen so far, he's just like managing a country, but it's just like it's just really it's just pretty funny and really good. I like it a lot.
Maybe I'll check it out. I just realized I started a movie the other day that I could continue, which should keep me awake. Have you
Ooh,
ever seen The Equalizer?
no.
Okay, so one, we're gonna have to watch that movie at some point just because it's really that good. It's Denzel Washington, and it's based on an old TV show, but basically the idea is his character is like a CIA agent that faked his own death, and he has this weird like they never really get into it, but he has this weird like OCD type thing where he times everything. So like in one of the scenes, he's in this office with like six Russian guys, and he like goes through in his mind about how he's gonna kill all of them, and then he like says like to himself 17 seconds, and starts his watch, and goes through and kills them all, and then like stops watch. He's like 19 seconds, like oh, well that's kind of good, and like just shit like that. It's really
Hmm.
cool. It's like Taken, but I think better
Oh,
because
okay.
Denzel is really Denzel-y, if that's a word.
Yeah, but Liam Neeson's is my shit.
Yeah, Liam Neeson is the shit though.
Liam
But no, I
Neeson's
really,
is my shit.
That might be a fun like for the podcast. That might be a fun watch along if I can find it. Because right now it's on TNT, so it comes with commercials. If I can find it without commercials,
Mm.
it'd be a fun like just let's watch Denzel just kill an entire crime organization.
Denzel.
Back into Japanese wrestling. Oh, so they are tagging it out. We finally got to that. We just sort of
That
glossed
like
over it.
just started.
Yeah, they've been fighting, just tooth and nail.
Like, good lord.
So, I mean, you haven't been watching regularly, but if you had to guess, do you think the titles are changing hands in this match?
No,
No, but
I don't think so. And this might just be a part of my own problem as being too much of like an American wrestling watcher.
mm,
But in my mind, Naito and Sonata are too much of singles competitors to hold the tag titles,
right.
even though they're in the same faction. And Yoshihashi and Goto are like, I mean, even though, and it's this is gonna be weird because they're currently champions, like they're currently this like 6 man tag champions basically. But that being said, Yoshihashi like doesn't win shit, and
Like he did.
Goto, even though he's like won a lot more in the current like time, has a
Mm,
history of like losing matches.
okay,
And the Dangerous Techers are just like really on like another level right now as a tag team. So I don't
right.
think they lose the titles here. But I mean, I could be wrong. They could put them on Sonata and Naito just so that Naito has a title on him, but they
Right,
don't usually do stuff like that.
right. Yeah, that makes sense. From what I've seen of their like the way they use their titles, they don't usually use them as props.
Yeah. No, their tag champions are usually like legitimate tag teams.
All right,
And like I said, no offense to Sonata and Naito because they're both great singles wrestlers, but they're not a tag team.
right,
They're just two guys that are in the same faction. I will never consider the leader of a faction as a member of a tag team. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Like when Rick would team with Arn, you wouldn't consider him a tag team. Right,
right? Yeah, nah, it's the same exact thing. And like Okada could go for the tag titles with someone, but I would never consider him like a tag wrestler.
oh no, where's Zach?
He's down.
Uh, I wonder if they're doing WWF rules where he could technically tag his own partner.
I think no, I don't think so.
Although,
I don't know if that's considered not a rule
right,
or that's some hokey crap that New Japan wouldn't do.
right. Japanese crowd just completely losing their shit.
Yeah, no, I definitely saw some clapping,
Again, by Japanese standards.
losing shit.
Like,
Oh God, that looked so sick,
yeah, that neck crank was vicious.
dude. I fucking love Zack Saber Jr. He's so
Oh,
good.
I want to point this out just in case some people that like maybe don't know Japanese wrestling, and aren't sure like what we're talking about as far as the crowd. If you imagine in the states a golf crowd, that's about the level of like uproariousness you get from a Japanese crowd.
Yeah, that's actually
It's like,
very accurate. Yeah, that is very accurate. The
by the
only
way,
difference is the only difference is New Japan isn't telling its crowds to be quiet.
right?
They just do it because that's just what they've always done.
Ooh, they
Oh
pulled the neck
God, I love it.
again.
I fucking love it.
Oh,
Tell me Zack. Oh my God, tell me Zack Saber Jr. doesn't look just absolutely amazing.
yeah. No, especially because he did like. doing that move like from a standing position is one thing, but he was basically doing it on the run,
Yeah,
which is really hard to do. Or at least I'm assuming it's hard to do. I've
he's
never
such a
actually tried it.
he's just such a good wrestler, and he's good on the mic too. Like he is such good heel mic skills.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to hear him talk too much. I don't
Like
think.
he's
But
just
I'll
such a
look for it.
cocky dick, and it's awesome.
That was an awesome catch of a
He's
heel kick into
he's
a
so
FTF.
good. The man is so good. Like it's crazy. I think it's because he's in New Japan, but like every time I watch him, I
Uh-huh.
lose my shit over how much I love watching him wrestle. And then
Right.
because he's in New Japan and I don't see him for long periods of time, I just forget he exists. And then I watch more New Japan and then he shows back up on my TV and then I lose my shit again. And it's this cycle
Turn
of
off.
losing my shit and Zack Sabre Jr. becoming one of my top favorite wrestlers and then him just like leaving in my mind for like half a year.
Just turn off the app and he ceased to exist.
Yeah, basically.
That's the one thing I really wish New Japan like that would probably make me watch it a lot more is if they actually got an app because the way we can watch this is through a browser.
Yeah.
I wish they would get an app that I can just download on my TV or whatever. It
Yeah.
would be make it so much easier.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's the same. We're going to be running into the same issue tomorrow.
That's true. Yeah, Bleacher Report. At
Yeah.
least there's an app. But yeah, the Bleacher Report
Yeah,
itself
but the
doesn't.
the app doesn't work though.
It does for me. I know it doesn't work for you, but it does for me.
Oh. Yeah, I can't watch the pay-per-view on the app. Or at least I couldn't last time. I'm going to try again tomorrow, but
I
well,
might
no,
be
I
wrong,
I
but
guess it doesn't matter for me for tomorrow cuz I'm going to be streaming anyways, so.
right. I might be wrong. Like I'm 99% sure though, because if it didn't work on the app, I would have deleted the app off my TV, and it's still there.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it works on my TV. Oh, Magic Killer? No.
No.
I don't know what other move you're going for in this position.
I don't know exactly, but I know it's they don't do the Magic Killer.
Why not just the Screw Bullet Club? See, we can do it too.
Yeah. No.
Ooh. And giving props to Sabu.
God, there's so many. I always forget this, and then I get back into New Japan. There's so many great wrestlers in New
Right.
Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, no, the problem isn't the wrestling. It's literally what I talked about earlier. It's just you get like a show
Ooh,
or two behind, and then it's like just it's very daunting to get caught back up. That's all.
yeah,
And then we end up doing this where we watch like an actual big show, and I say to myself, I'll keep up with it, week to week, and I just don't.
but yeah, it's just hard to.
I mean, maybe I'll like that's what happened last time. Maybe I'll keep up with it for a little while, but I guarantee you I'll fall off before long.
Yeah,
It will happen.
no, I know, I completely understand because I do the same thing. Ooh, Huracan Rana. You know how I was bragging about how much I loved Zack Sabre Jr. just a few seconds
Uh,
ago? God, I
sure
love
was.
Naito. He's so good. Jesus. God, I love me some Naito.
I know we've been talking a lot about the whole 3 a.m. thing, but I really did just have a weird disconnect in my tired brain of looking outside and remembering that this is live
Yeah.
and like looking outside. It's like,
Yep.
oh yeah, it's actually daylight there. I keep
Indeed it
forgetting
is.
that.
No,
Like
indeed.
it's like they're in a different zone of time. No, that sounds stupid. A different clock lane.
Yeah, no, it's like
Uh,
6 p.m. there or something like that right now. Or maybe like closer to 7, I think.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Japan's not real. It's all an illusion.
It's a fake
It's all
country,
simulation.
fake place.
That's actually a real thing some people believe about Australia specifically.
About what? Australia?
Yeah, there's conspiracy theories out there that Australia is not a real place and it's made up.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't shock anybody at this point, the weird shit people will believe. But yeah, that's a real thing. Ooh, nice chops to Naito. That's it. It's all over. Those chops and that neck breaker. That's what we take. Hey, I was talking about this earlier when you were off doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that like they couldn't sell out the arena, or that the amount of people that are in like the bleachers are just because of COVID?
No, it's COVID related.
Okay,
It's 100% COVID related. I know Japan is like extremely strict with their like COVID stuff.
yeah. Honestly, if I had to pick a place to be as far as COVID, it'd probably be somewhere like Japan, because
Mm.
one island is doing better. I mean, either Japan or New Zealand, because New Zealand's actually been legitimately doing great.
So the one thing
At
I
least the
will
last
say
I've
is,
been there.
based on some of the people that I watch that like live in Japan, like they're very like strict on their like COVID stuff, but like the way they've been handling a lot of it has apparently been like really weird.
Okay,
It's like in phases apparently,
that is a
and
weird idea.
it'll be like really weird thing. It'll be really weird. Like at least from what I've heard, based on some of the stuff I've watched, is like it'll be weird things to where like they want you to they'll like promote going to do like certain things, but
Mm,
then like you won't be able to do it like the next week or something, and like everything they just like stop everything that they were like promoting. Like I don't know how to explain it really, but it's very weird.
I mean, if nothing else, at least it's a culture that already wears masks, so I wouldn't have to deal with all the stupid anti-mask shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, that's one thing.
All right, I don't want to talk more about that because it's going to depress me this early in the morning. So
Yeah.
let's
Especially
get
with
back to
a crazy match like this.
yeah.
Well,
I don't.
Sonata looking for the tag.
Oh, wait, that was his corner. I was literally going to say I don't think that's his corner, but no, that was his corner. That's how weird this match has gone. I've forgotten where people
Ooh.
like were waiting for the tag.
Yeah. They haven't. I mean, I know the tag has definitely been a rule because they have had to do it, but most of this match has not been in like a tag situation.
Yeah.
Like the vast majority of this match has been like a tornado style, basically.
Please don't hit me again.
No, what's Sonata looking for here?
Um, power bomb. No. Attitude adjustment. F5.
Ooh. Apparently looking for a couple elbows from Yoshihashi. Yeah.
I'm very proud of myself for not yawning, but my brain's starting to shut down of its own accord.
I don't know how you're not yawning.
Honestly, I'm not yawning, but I'm literally having trouble like thinking about basic things right now.
Yeah.
So it's inward instead of outward.
Ah, I gotcha. Ooh, Goto taking out two guys on the outside.
I'll take out two guys.
Yeah, you will. So
Oh,
Yoshihashi and Sonata are in the ring. I will say, usually when that happens, it means Sonata gets the win. It's like I said, Yoshihashi really doesn't win a whole lot.
But look at his hair. Wait, is Yoshihashi the one that's got the bleach blonde?
No,
Okay. Look at
Sonata's the one with
Sonata's
the bleach
hair.
blonde. Yoshihashi's the one in the green.
Okay. Scorpion Death. Oh, nope. Uh, is he going for the Dragon Sleeper, or was he actually trying to do something? I wonder.
Um, I'm trying to remember. I think because he doesn't do a crossroads type of move. I don't think. I think it was probably just like a dragon sleeper. I'm guessing. Ooh, Enziguri.
TKO.
Yep.
Oh, just barely broke up that free count.
I'm telling you, man. I think Techers are leaving with their titles.
I should have. I'm assuming this. It's basic triple threat rules, though, where if one of the other teams pins the other
Yeah.
team, champions lose. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. No. If I had to guess, like my thought process on this, so Dangerous Techers are gonna end up winning. I think.
Mhm.
And whoever they're gonna end up pinning Yoshihashi. Like I can almost guarantee Yoshihashi will end up taking the pin.
How sad would that be if that, like, if your dream was to be a wrestler? I mean, I guess it's not sad because you still get to be a wrestler, but like, if you become that guy that just always has to take the pin,
Mm. He's still pretty young still, so
that's true.
it's also especially just based on the other guys that he's in the ring with. Because like Naito's not taking a pin in this kind of match.
Right.
Sonata's
No.
probably not either. Because like they are still very high on Sonata. Um,
Right.
Goto's definitely not. Because Goto is still like a big name too. And like I said, the Techers are winning probably, so neither of them are obviously getting pinned. I don't think. So the only one left really is Yoshihashi.
It was just Dragon Sleeper from Sonata earlier.
Nope.
That's what I was going for.
Nope.
If we're WWE, that would have been the end of it right there. That small
Yeah.
package.
if this was the WWE, that would have been the pin.
That was a nice
God, that's
move into
sick.
the Dragon Sleeper.
Good for you, Sonata.
Yeah, for anybody not watching along, that he just did like a roll up, like you would for a pin off the ropes, like a victory roll, if you know what that is, and but transitioned into a Dragon Sleeper.
Oop, Sleeper's back in.
God, he's got a lot of ways to get into the
Are
Dragon,
they really going to give the titles to Sonata and Naito?
unless somebody gets their ass in there.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like four other people, and nobody's getting in the ring.
Like, oh no, he got loose. Okay.
Yeah, it didn't look sunk in that well from that angle, so it's not
Yeah.
surprising.
Oh, he's got it cinched back in.
I don't know, buddy. It's starting to look like a title change.
I know.
Although it's taken a long ass time.
It is taking a long ass time. Oh, he doesn't have it in at all.
Nope, he just passed out though. This
Really?
might be it.
Nope.
Nope, we sunk it in. Yeah, that's not a very good
Yeah, he
like
just doesn't have it
Dragon
in
Sleeper.
really at all.
Like the traditional Dragon Sleeper, you're supposed to have like basically your arm around his neck, and he's
Yeah.
basically on his forehead. So just to get if again give people an idea what we're talking about. That seems like a mistake, but okay.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. There we go.
There we go. One of the checkers hit the blind tag.
Yep. Zack Zack Saber is just like, you know what? Let me show you how it's done. Let me put you in a chokehold.
It's like everybody else in the match just remembered, oh yeah, we're supposed to be in this.
Right? Now I'm really curious to see what happens here because technically the legal men are not Zack Saber Jr. and
Yeah.
Yoshihashi.
Well, two legal men are in the middle of the ring, so this might be it.
Yeah. Is that it? One, two,
Yep.
three. There you go. What'd I tell you? Techers with the win.
Those
Yoshihashi takes the fall. I'm telling you, man, I'm not too bad at this.
no, and but I will say they did do a nice job. That Dragon Sleeper was a really good false finish.
Yeah.
The only thing that really gave it away was it was just applied for a very long time.
Yeah.
I hope they have enough ice packs. Seems to always be the guy that gets the pin that gets the ice pack first. Just because he got pinned, does that mean he needs one more than Naito?
Yeah.
Naito was in a submission hold the entire time that guy was getting pinned. Yoshitasu's there. That doesn't seem very sportsmanlike.
It's almost like they're heels.
Let the loser leave with his loserness.
Remember, these guys are in the same faction as the junior tag team champions, Desperado and Kanemaru.
Oh. Yeah, you're right, they are heels. The whole faction one.
Yep. Yeah, it's just hard to look very heelish when you're up against Ishimori and El Phantasma. Because there's heels and then there's like Bullet Club heels.
It's okay. Again, I'm just trying to wrap my head around the whole storyline. Is Chaos like an actual face faction,
Mm-hmm.
or okay? All right, because Bullet Club kind of like for the most part, I know they act as heels, but then every once in a while they're the good guys, and everybody else seems to be heels. So is Chaos like the only face faction, really?
Yeah, kind of. I'm trying to think here because like especially right now, Bullet Club is like pure like Sith evil.
Right,
Um, and then you have like Suzuki Gun is pretty much all heel, like almost all the time. Like honestly, the only time Suzuki Gun really isn't considered heel, I would say, is like when they're up against like Bullet Club, and
right,
even then, like it's they still are heels. It's just like they still act the same. They're
right.
just they're just up against guys who are basically the fans don't like more than them. And that's how it is basically for like every group. Like Los Ingobernables, I would say is basically like a face faction,
Mhm.
but they're basically like a face faction with attitude.
Right. And I know the Empire is a heel faction.
Empire's the heel faction, and then Chaos, I guess, is your only real. Chaos, I guess, would be like the main sort of like true face faction,
Right.
led
Okay.
by the true face man Okada. Yeah, actually, you know what? You can actually basically figure out how the faction runs based on their quote unquote leader.
I mean, that makes sense from storyline point of view.
Because like when you look at Bullet Club, their leader right now is technically Jay White. Jay White, the way he comes off in all his stuff is he is a complete and utter scumbag. You know, aside from
Uh,
aside from him dealing with the elite, like he
mhm.
is just considered utter trash. In
So,
personality, not in obviously not in like in ring skill, just in personality. Like he's a douchebag.
right.
He's just complete trash. And when you look at like Okada on the other hand, the leader of Chaos, he's like the good boy, uh, like always fighting for like truth, justice in the Japanese way.
So, I know Bullet Club has a lot of turnover. You get a new leader. I'm assuming that Okada, because he never goes anywhere, has been the leader of Chaos and consistently has been the leader the entire time.
Not the entire
Or has,
time. I
okay.
think the original leader was Nakamura,
Oh, okay.
and then once Nakamura left, Okada took over. I think is how it technically went.
Gotcha. So there's not like turnover at the. But does it work for other groups too? Do they have
Well, the
turnover
other
like Bullet
groups
Club?
haven't been around as long, really.
Got it. Yeah, because I know the
Suzuki
Empire
Gun has always
has just
been
formed.
Suzuki Gun leader's always been Minoru Suzuki.
Hmm.
Um, Los Ingobernables. So Los Ingobernables is a little different because they're originally a Mexican wrestling faction that
That would explain the name.
Naito became a part of that faction when he went over to Mexico for his excursion.
Right.
Like while he was over there, he became a part of that faction with like Andrade, and I think Roosh, I think was another member.
Right.
But yeah, so basically those guys. And then when he came back to New Japan after his like Mexico excursion and everything, he basically
Hmm.
formed the Japanese. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? The Japanese like sect.
Wing. Yeah. Like yeah, an offshoot. Yeah.
Yeah, Japanese branch. Branch is the word I was looking for.
Yep. That would be the
The
word.
the Japanese branch of Los Ingobernables, which is Los Ingobernables de Japón. So he's been the faction leader. He's been the leader the entire time.
Gotcha. All right.
And then yeah, obviously the Empire is like the newest faction. So like
Yeah. No, when I started watching, they just like literally just happened. It was part of the storyline that they had formed,
yeah,
basically.
exactly. Uh,
Yeah, we're just. I guess we're gonna look through and see who's in the G1
oh
fact.
yeah, that's what they're doing. They're announcing G1 Climax.
Yeah, it started with the G. Yeah, because it started with the G1, and now it's just showing people in different brackets. So I'm assuming that's what we're
Taichi.
doing.
Interesting. Okay. Zach, that's not surprising.
I know the first one they show was Ibushi. So
Yeah. And you see like they have the faction next to their name.
yeah,
So you see like see how so Ibushi just has New Japan next to his because he's not affiliated with a faction.
sort of like how the end it was back in the day when there was two NWOs, and then
Kinda.
like whoever's left over is technically WCW.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. This will be a good way for me to see if I'm like missing anyone. Yeah, no. Yoshihashi's obviously chaos.
It's a good thing we're taking a good 10, 15
Haruki
minutes
Goto.
to announce the brackets for this match,
Yeah.
because our American fans really need to know this information and really stretch out the show.
Yeah. Who do they? I saw there's three Los Ingobernables people up there. Is it
Honest,
It's
Yeah,
Naito, Sonata, and Takagi.
that might be right. Honestly, I wasn't paying close enough attention to help you out there.
Takagi's. I didn't think the world champion. I didn't the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. I thought didn't participate in these. Maybe I'm
Yeah, that
wrong.
would kind of defeat the purpose.
Yeah, just Yujiro. That's the first Bullet Club member announced. Will not be the last. I can guarantee you that. And just like that, the next one,
Yep.
Kenta.
Well, you're going to put Kenta in the tournament? I can't believe it.
Someone as unpopular as him. Ugh.
Why didn't they write out Kenta's name in English when everybody else is in Japanese?
They do it for certain people. Like Sonata's is like that too, and obviously like Evil. But
Huh.
like Yoshihashi is up there like that. I don't. I honestly don't know. I'm not entirely sure what determines that. I've never really looked into it.
I wonder if it's
Hey, Tamatanga.
might be like something to have to actually do with the language more than it has to do with like wrestling. But
It
I
very
don't
well
know enough.
could, because Tamatanga's name was in kanji or katakana or whatever alphabet they're using for it.
Right.
Tongaloa, let's go. So far, how many? There's four names left. None of them have been too surprising. I'm assuming Jay White's going to be in it. Who else? Chase Owens. Okay,
Yeah.
I think they mentioned that before that he was probably going to be a part of it.
Yeah, he's the Texas champion,
Yeah.
which is why I know it's weird that they come with whatever belt they have.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it was partially for the gimmick of that match because they were
Great Khan.
kind of doing a Holly Blanchard. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
what was his name? I forget. The I Quit match that's very famous.
Yep.
That Holly Blanchard was in. That's what I'm thinking of.
I know. I got you. There's two names
I'm
left.
just giving people enough clues that hopefully they can
Okada.
find it.
Then the last name's got to
Right.
be Jay White. I would assume.
Unless he's in America, so he's not going to be part of it. Isn't he
Maybe.
doing Impact?
Maybe. But I would imagine. G1 without Jay White though. Yeah.
Uh,
There's Tanahashi.
yeah.
Man. Okay. So a Jay Whiteless G1. Huh.
Are you going to be
Interesting.
okay with that?
Yeah. It's fine. I'm just very surprised, honestly.
I do find it funny that the two guys that are New Japan not affiliated are on top of the brackets.
Yeah. Well, they kind of have them. They have them in factions, basically. So like they have them
Right.
separated by factions. So they had like New Japan up top, and then they had like Suzuki Gun in like a group of names, and then like Bullet Club's like a group of names.
Max the Max. Okay.
Yeah, and then
I
Osprey's
sure
not
do.
competing, but that's also because he's in the U.S. So and his whole storyline is that he's refusing to go over to Japan.
Oh. Oh, because he never lost the titles. I
Yeah.
remember them talking about that. Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
And then he was like talking all that junk about Moxley, which leads
Right.
everyone to believe that there's going to be a Osprey Moxley match in our future, which I
Right.
certainly hope so. A
And
lot of people thought it was going to be all out, but
yeah. I mean, a lot of people, or at least I know some people have been talking about Punk and Osprey because, like, Punk has talked about how he wanted to face Osprey.
dude, so many. And I mean, I'm not surprised with how impressive Will Osprey is, but like that's the same thing with Debray too. Like Brian Danielson has done the same thing. Like he said he wants to
Yeah.
really um really wants to go one on one with Osprey.
Yeah. And that's going back a while with Punk because I just remember way before there was any rumors about AEW,
Yeah,
he said like Osprey was like one of those guys like I could do that. That's a match I'd like to have. So now that he's wrestling again, I wonder if they're going to try and make that happen. Guys, calm down. You're being way too exuberant.
Man, what's left on the card tonight?
I have I there's the title
Obviously, the
match,
title match. I'm trying to remember
but
if
um
oh, the
no
junior heavyweight title match too.
okay. So there's two title matches, which only take in New Japan time about like
2 hours.
3 hours. I was trying to be hyperbolic to be hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, cause it's the junior heavyweight title match between Robbie Eagles and well, this match right here, Robbie Eagles and Hiromu Takahashi. Um, and then there's the heavyweight title match, Evil and Takagi. I think those are the last two matches, though. I don't think there's anything left.
Who did Robbie Eagles is on last night's show too? Who's he on? You remember who he's fighting? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was the tag match. It was Eagles teamed up with Tiger Mask to take on Takahashi and Bushi.
Okay.
Not Kota
No,
Ibushi, just Bushi.
just Bushi. No, it's getting harder for me to remember stuff, and I was like, I know I watched that match,
Yeah,
but I can't remember anything about it right now.
yeah. No, I hear that.
It's how okay. This is something I have to Google, but I'm just
Mm-hmm.
curious. How old is Tiger Mask? Do you think?
Tiger Mask?
Yeah,
50s, if I had to guess.
because I remember him in the '90s, and I'm pretty sure that's still the same guy playing Tiger Mask.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in his like mid 50s.
Oh, that's right, because he's a Japanese wrestler, so he started when he was like 2.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. I mean, in the women's match last night, or in the yeah, there was a girl who was wrestling and she was 21, but she had 7 years experience already because she had been wrestling since she was 14.
Yeah, like that was like the first thing Kevin Kelly said. I'm like, of
Yeah,
course, we're watching New Japan. You don't even have to say that.
yeah,
We're just assuming.
yeah. He didn't really say it like a surprise or anything. He just stated it as fact, as
Uh,
because it's something that's common.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. Like I understand it's a thing. It's also a thing in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine going through the training to wrestle and then start wrestling professionally at that age. Like I can't imagine like knowing who I was at 14. There's no way I could have done any of that.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
I get it. I get it, bro.
that's assuming that I wasn't, assuming that I was me but athletic.
Yeah, no, I get
Basically,
you.
I couldn't have done that.
Yeah, no, I get you. But I mean, that's the way it is when you're either in Japan or Mexico. You wrestle as soon as you're born. That way, people are able to say, "I'm 21 years old and I have 21 years of wrestling experience."
That's why like Rey Mysterio, who I think is like 40 something now, has like 50 years of experience wrestling.
Yeah,
Point. Part of it's because his uncle would wrestle with Baby Ray in a papoose. So
telling you, man, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure for like Japanese and Mexican wrestlers when they're having children, like because there's so many of them are like generational at this point, especially in
yeah,
Mexico. Like I'm fairly confident that like their like sperm is basically having a Royal Rumble, like while it's like traveling to the egg,
I feel like that's
and
part of the
that's where
reason
they get
nobody
their
like.
first initial experience.
I feel like that's why nobody really likes Dominic Mysterio because he's like I don't even remember how old he is, but he's way too old to start wrestling as a Mexican wrestler from a lineage.
Yeah,
Like
no,
everybody's
he should have already been wrestling for like 20 years,
he's just a lazy millennial basically in
basically.
comparison with, you know, where he comes from.
Yeah, no, basically. I mean, he's also. I think a part of the issue is also he didn't grow up in Mexico. He grew up in the U.S. So
Uh, I
if
don't
he
know
had grown
why
up
that
in
would.
Mexico, he would have been wrestling since before he could walk.
I don't know why this popped in my head, but I saw a meme earlier today. That said, it was like a graphic for an NXT takeover. Now that Vince is running it,
Mm-hmm.
and it was Goldberg versus Roman Reigns. And it's just like,
For
yeah, that's about
NXT,
right.
yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Ugh. Has
No,
nothing to do with what we were just talking about, but it popped in my head, and I had to explain why I was going to laugh at it.
no, it definitely sounds about right. We're also like waiting for the next match, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yep. We're back into just, sitting here because reasons that I still don't understand.
Same.
It's not like the guys that we're watching already wrestled tonight or anything, or nope, they're just standing there ready to go, but we have to watch the same graphic package over again.
Mm-hmm. So while we're waiting, just out of curiosity, do you um do you have any guesses as to how many debuts we're gonna have on All Out tomorrow? Not even
Oh,
who,
no.
how many?
Oh God, I have no idea. I'm get. It's definitely going to be one, but I'm gonna like because I just know one's like almost guaranteed at this point.
Yeah,
Um, I'm gonna say maybe three.
three.
And I don't even know who it is. I'm just saying three seems right to me somehow.
I think I can see three. I hope it. I hope it's only two, but I can
Hmm.
see three. Po.
Yeah,
um, I'll say. I think Ruby Soho is pretty much guaranteed at this point.
yeah. No, that's the one I like. I know for
Um,
sure, almost for sure. Yeah,
yeah, I think there's a good chance that that Brian Danielson's won. I gotta try to remember to do that now.
yeah. I think once he's been on TV for a while, using that name it'll be easier.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, because I don't even it like Rusev doesn't even pop into my mind anymore. It's just Miro.
Yeah, or Dean Ambrose. So that's just
Yeah, same
Mox.
thing. It's just Mox at this point. So yeah, no, that's fine. It'll be the same eventually. But yeah, so I think there's a very solid chance that he will be there. And then
Yeah,
the third, I think, is probably Adam Cole. But I don't. But that's like, because they are since they're teasing that surprise match since Pac couldn't make it.
right.
So if that's the case, then I think that would end up being Cole most likely.
Yeah. No,
However, I
yeah,
will throw this out. I don't think it's gonna happen because for some reason I still think he's gonna end up. I still think he's gonna end up in Impact Wrestling. But I
uh,
would absolutely, and I know people won't agree with me because there's a lot of huge Adam Cole fans, which I love Adam Cole. There's a lot of huge Brian Danielson fans, which I am also one
right.
of them. I may be in the minority here. I would lose my shit more for this person than any of the other ones, and that's Buddy Matthews.
Right. Which
I
we,
love Buddy Matthews. Put it on tape. Make sure this is clipped and kept forever. I love Buddy Matthews.
yeah, for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to take a cat nap while you read a prepared statement about how much you love
Listen,
Buddy Matthews.
listen. You know, I'm we're just dudes loving dudes, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay.
Yeah. I think he's
I
extremely talented, but I'm not nearly at the level of love. Like, I think like, he'd be an asset, but it's not like, oh, it's just like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
I think because we didn't get to see what he's capable of in WWE,
Hmm.
I truly believe that he has everything it takes to be to easily be a multi-time like heavyweight champion in any
Right.
company. He had I cuz
Yeah.
like the few times we did get to hear him talk, he was always good. Even when he got stuck with absolute shit, he made the best out of it.
Right.
Like I hold so just to give you an idea, since you and I have a much better understanding of each other's like wrestling likes and enjoyments, I hold
Hmm.
Buddy Matthews to basically the same standard and of love as Malachi Black.
Okay.
So you know how much I love myself some Malachi Black. I hold Buddy
Yeah. No.
Matthews up to that same exact like kind of like standard. I think he's
Right.
got the same level of amazingness in him.
Yeah. No. I'm not. I'm not going to disagree with you. I just. I don't. I'm not there with him, but I also wasn't watching him regularly, so I might miss some of those moments.
Yeah.
That.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because yeah, no, that's understandable.
Yeah. But no, I'm definitely like. I definitely am aware that he's talented enough that everything you're saying could be true and probably is. But I just gotta wait to see him actually, in a company that'll use him, so that I can make my own opinion. Eh,
Yeah.
So
I,
hopefully either Impact or AEW, or if he does Impact, he could cross over, or Impact to the goddamn TV deal that I could actually watch.
yeah, right. I think so. I think Buddy Matthews could very well be like the individual wrestling version of AEW for us, where
Right,
I am extremely hyped for him more than like a million times more than you, and
right.
love him dearly. And then once he actually starts going,
Mhm.
you like fall madly in love with him. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just worried something's gonna
Right.
happen.
It's entirely possible. Like it's happened several
It
times
it wouldn't
before.
surprise me one bit if that's what ends up happening.
Uh,
Like if you listen to me and you talk about AEW now, you would think that you were the one on the hype train the whole time, and I was the one that wasn't sure.
right. No, because when it was starting, I had been burned before. So I was very hesitant to really jump on the train.
Yeah. And now I'm the one who's kind of like, well, let's see how this happens. Let's see how this happens. And you're like, this is fucking amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. They can do no
Yeah,
wrong. CM Punk jumping into crowds is perfectly fine. Nothing bad can happen.
yeah. No, it was basically like because everything that I was worried about from my Impact and WCW experiences, I'm like, oh, they've avoided all that. Cool, on board. Here we go. Doesn't matter. Nothing bad will ever happen.
Yeah. No, and I'm just I think I'm just a little more realistic and level-headed about it. That's all.
Oh, I'm expecting them next year to buy WWE completely, and have a dual cast with the final episode of Raw,
Yeah.
with Roman Reigns and Goldberg having one more match on
Yep.
Raw.
No, like like this time next year, AEW buys WWE, but Vince McMahon becomes head of creative for AEW, and Roman Reigns is immediately input as the world champion, and his first rivalry is with John Cena.
Don't like that. I don't like it at all.
And then the next week they fire everyone that AEW just hired: Malachi Black,
Right.
Miro, like everyone.
Well, it's budget cuts,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah, it's budget cuts. This so this should be a really really good match. I almost
Hmm.
guarantee Takahashi's gonna win though.
Yeah. Again, a weird like. Well, I mean, at least they did it in the right order, but it's weird that I just saw these two fight each other in a tag match.
Well, they yeah, that's just the way New Japan does things though.
Yeah.
Like oh, because a lot of their pay per view type things are 2 night events, and a lot of
Hmm.
times the first night is gonna be, especially for like their major championships. A lot of times there's gonna be a tag match the night before to set up the main to set up the main to set up like the singles match the night after. Like that's just what they that's always how they do it. And
Yeah. I mean,
also because all their stuff is factions, they
mhm.
like all they do tag matches a lot.
It's not like you could just do it all in one night and just have your title matches on one card, and instead of always doing 2 nights and having to. do tag matches just to fill, basically.
They do also make more money that way, though. So
Eh, I mean, if they're making more money, that's fine. That makes sense then.
yeah,
I mean, I'm just going to point out that in a real fight, wearing a neckerchief probably not a good idea
that's fair.
because you can just grab that and strangle him, and that would be the end of the fight.
And Takahashi's a ticking time bomb, so he would do it. But yeah, the thought process here is that like even though I hate to use these kinds of phrases, Robbie Eagles is
Hmm.
basically like a transitional champ.
Right.
And Takahashi's basically gonna win it off him probably tonight, and which will eventually lead to him and Desperado basically
Oh, okay.
at Wrestle Kingdom probably because Eagles won the title off of Desperado.
Oh, I was trying to figure out what the hell just happened. He was going for a spin kick, but then, yeah, he just stopped short. It just
Yeah,
looked like Eagles just like spin kicked air, but that was on purpose. That was. I feel like my non-tired brain wouldn't have been as confused by that.
yeah, no, I get you. I mean, it is 4 in the morning, so
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I've never been clear.
Jesus Christ, it's 4 in the morning.
Oh, like the amount my brain is telling me, no, after this is over, you can definitely sleep for 2 hours. That'll be fine.
No, 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 you cannot. I'm telling you right now, no, you cannot,
Oh,
because I know
I'm
you.
not. Yeah, no, I'm not a good waker upper at all.
No,
Like
you
I'm a
are
very
not.
mean person when you wake me up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but at least I know that about myself, so I can work around my behavior.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, that
That
was.
woke me up.
Oh, his head went through the bars. I didn't even see that at first.
Yep, that woke me up. I'm awake.
He, are you dead?
Are you dead,
Red
son?
shoes.
Like,
Red shoes.
holy shit.
Get out of here.
Oh, this is
I got
fine.
my.
Takahashi's never had neck issues, so this is fine.
Yeah.
He's never had, like, neck surgeries or anything, so this is
Ooh,
perfectly okay.
that's a relief because I feel like the last time we watched this together, you told me he had, but I must be misremembering.
Oh, yeah, no, totally misremembering. He's definitely never missed a huge amount of time, and career was basically over because of it.
Well, that's a relief then.
Yeah, exactly. Thank God that never happened. Or else I would be really worried for him right now.
I just, I does that count as breaking the count? The way Eagle just sort of stuck his head in New Japan.
I guess.
I mean, I guess it worked, so it must count.
I mean, they kind of tend to let stuff go, especially for title matches, anyways. So, like, you're never gonna see a count out for a title match in New Japan.
Okay, Vanilla Ice, calm down.
Takahashi seems fine, but I'm still very worried from before.
It doesn't seem to have slowed down the match at all. So
Yeah, no, everything seems fine, but just holy shit, dude.
it's fine. He just landed on very soft metal.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
I mean, we know how malleable metal is. It's so soft.
And New Japan's known for gimmicking their, weapons and props to make them less, painful.
Yeah. You know
which
what
has
really blows my mind though, honestly, is
uh
they over gimmick the chairs because like you see
yeah,
how like the pad things just pop right off as soon as it touches
yeah,
them. They over gimmick those, which is fine. Like I don't really it doesn't bother me or anything, but like they do that and then they don't gimmick the tables at all. It's the complete
yeah.
opposite to where they don't do anything to the tables.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say because I was making that joke. I was like, but I just saw the match show and yo actually, where the chair popped right off
Yeah,
as soon as he won.
yeah. Like I said,
Which
which is fine because it makes the chair shots to the head doable.
right,
You know, because
all those come out smart. Yeah,
the little pad is just popping right off, and nothing's really happening there. But then the goddamn tables,
yeah.
just cut your
Well,
damn tables.
it's tradition,
I know, but it scares me.
and it should.
Literally every time a table is pulled out in New Japan, the first thing that pops into my head is, "Oh God, someone's gonna die."
Well, the I Quit match from last night where what was his name, Yano got like pile driven into two tables, and the tables did not move at all.
Yep. By the way, I know you don't watch New Japan really all that much, but like, what did you think of the of Yano going back to old school? I know you don't know what he used to be like back in the day, but
Right.
like, you remember Yano being like the like fun lover though, right?
Yeah, no, I remember him being like the, gimmick,
The
come out and
comedian,
sell
yeah,
whatever. Right. And then like, yeah, because he like comes out and Kevin Kelly explains like that no, this is his old gimmick. I'm like, really? That's the gimmick he had before the whole like, hey, let me sell you this random piece of, garbage.
yeah. He used to be straight up hardcore badass.
Yeah, I would not have called that in a million years. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I was like, okay, I get it. Like very Mick Foley-ish in its way.
Kinda, yeah,
Because, like, I mean, if you follow Mankind's career at all, that's exactly what happened with him. Never really softened Cactus Jack that much.
right. Ooh, nice Falcon Arrow there.
It's, I know I've said this to you before. I think I've said this when we've watched New Japan for our stuff before. That move I always think is the Michinoku driver, and I know it's not, but in my brain, that was what that move was. And I know now that I'm wrong. I just don't know how that got mixed up in my head as a kid.
I mean, they do look similar.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think
Like
it's
I
that far. I don't think it's that far off. They are similar looking moves, so
yeah. I would have sworn up and down though that that's a Michinoku driver until like I went back and watched old matches. Like, oh no, no, I was wrong.
yeah.
Oh, you should know better than to throw a super kick. Careful, Red Shoes. You're a national treasure. Ooh,
Ooh, Jesus, dude, Robbie Eagles almost missed that entirely and just flew right off, like right out of the ring. Like
I mean,
only like the upper half of his body touched the
yeah.
turnbuckle.
I mean, the top of his head stops the momentum. It's fine.
Like, good God, man, I love junior heavyweight title matches. Like junior
Yeah.
heavyweight matches in general are like usually really good, but like the title matches are like almost always pure poggers.
What the hell word did you just say?
Pure poggers. They're usually straight bussin'.
I feel like I'm going insane because of lack of sleep. But
Just using words that are hip, you know.
uh, that must be why I don't know what they are.
Reaching out to my younger audience as a VTuber. Ooh! That's that drop kick to the knee, setting up his submission.
I want to point out the awesome use of the 619 to the back of the legs.
Yeah,
That was
Robbie Eagles is really good.
yeah,
Like that's why, especially for like him, like I hate using like transitional champ, especially for him, because he is like
right,
really good wrestler. But it's just knowing New Japan and knowing how set they are on Takahashi and Desperado. Like
right,
just knowing that is what makes him a like knowing he's a transitional champ.
right. It's not that he doesn't have the talent to hold the title for a while, but they clearly have the direction they want to go, so
Yeah,
they have to get the title off of
especially
him.
Takahashi. Like they love this man. Like he is the face of the junior heavyweight division.
Right.
Like in terms of popularity, it's like Takahashi, and then like you take a few like flights of stairs down, and then it's everyone else. Oh yeah, Kevin Kelly's literally talking about that right now.
I have like the sound not enough that I can like sort of hear it, but not enough that I can really catch much of it. So,
Sort of same here. Yeah. Yeah.
ooh, nice
Ooh, nice.
combination.
Yeah, Kevin Kelly kind of just made the same kind of statement. How it's basically like Takahashi and then everyone else in the junior heavyweight division in terms of
We
like popularity and chances and stuff.
we get it. You think you could do Kevin Kelly's job?
Ooh,
Uh,
not quite. I don't think I would be a good commentator for wrestling.
yeah,
I don't think I would be
me
good at
either.
that. I do think, especially if I like could like really like give it a really serious shot at like a really like at like a local promotion or something. I bet I could book the
Mm,
shit out of some wrestling given the chance.
yeah, no, I feel like I'm in the same boat. I don't know what I'm missing as far as commentary goes, because like I can do public speaking. Obviously, I don't care about that. I know the wrestling, but there's just something I'm missing. One of the things I think both of us fall into is we have problems with filler words,
Yeah,
but that's just part of like
learning.
right there. Yeah, that's just part of public speaking in general. You just have to learn and make yourself stop, which is really difficult. But
Yeah, I've started to get better
yeah,
at it
I don't
while
know
I'm
what I'm missing.
streaming
Yeah,
because I'm just literally just
yeah,
constantly talking about what I'm doing, which is different. So, but it's
yeah,
different when you're like commentating a match, I guess.
right,
Ooh, what was that supposed to be? It almost looked like Eagles was supposed to get his like neck caught up on the rope or something.
right.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay, that's
flip,
fine.
flip, flip, power bomb.
Man, whenever Takahashi does that, it scares me because I'm afraid the opposing wrestler is going to like let go by mistake right away, and just have their
Right,
head just slam against like the rails or something.
right. Yeah, their guardrails are really close for that sort of move.
Yeah, yeah, they really are. Like, there's not a whole heck of a lot of room outside. Like there's enough, but it's close.
Yeah, it's more room than I think ECW had back in the day, but definitely less
Yeah,
than
for
what you're
sure.
used to in America.
Yeah. Yeah, honest. I mean, yeah, I would say probably like in WWE, for example, there's probably like another solid like foot,
Yeah,
like another
that's fair.
solid probably like foot to a foot and a half. AEWs I think are kind of close too though, so they're probably like they might actually be similar to AEWs though.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't remember the last time I've seen someone do that in AEW. Like they jump out of the ring all the time, but
Yeah, but
like
if you notice in AEW, their feet do tend, at least from what I've seen, feet and like ankles seem to get caught on railings a lot in AEW when they're jumping.
That's true.
And just kick out.
Let's go, Eagle. Let's go.
Yeah, I really just don't. I don't think it's happening for him. I think Takahashi's leaving with the belt.
I want Eagle to win just so that you're wrong because I'm petty like that.
I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I would like to see Eagles hang on to the belt for a while, but I just don't think I'm going to be wrong.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
ooh, nice super kick. I'm I'm not going to get big on my soapbox because I don't have the energy to stand up there. But when a super kick looks that good and you still have to do the second one, that's a problem for me.
We get it.
All right, I'm putting away my Jim Cornette hat, and now I'm going
Thank
back
you.
to.
Just
Oh,
remember, super kicks aren't sweet chin music. It's not the same thing.
fishes, fishes are friends, not food.
Exactly. Ooh.
So many false finishes.
Yeah.
You know what I just realized? Like literally just a second crossed my mind.
Mm?
So false finishes are a legit problem that like the wrestling industry as a whole has been trying to fix. Just because it does make the show less interesting when you can't have an actual false finish. And while my solution has consistently been just let signature moves be the finish every once in a while, WWE went the exact opposite direction and said, okay, we're going to make small packages basically win every match. So you
Yeah.
never know which small package is going to be the win.
Yeah.
It just occurred to me that that's probably the psychology behind why they switched that way.
I mean, I think it's because they think it gives it a surprise factor, which is better for their entertainment business.
Right.
Because remember, they are a entertainment company, not a wrestling company.
I mean, he did tell us in like 98 or 99 they make movies. We just didn't listen.
Yeah, exactly. No, that you're not wrong. That's very, very true.
It's like I never saw the movie, but it's like there's a movie about the found. Ooh,
Ooh!
oh,
Oh my god. I gotta remember it's like
my
4 in the morning and I can't be too loud. But holy shit. So,
yeah,
what was that? I want to say what we just saw, but like,
it
so
was
Hiromu Takahashi set up Robbie Eagles in like a reverse DDT.
yeah. I would call it almost a reverse spike DDT because he
Yeah,
went for the reverse DDT, but Rob Eagles ended up on the top of his head.
yeah, like a reverse, yeah, kind of like a reverse spike, reverse like snap spike DDT.
Yeah,
God,
whatever it was.
that looked so
It,
ugly. Like that was terrifying,
yeah,
absolutely terrifying.
and again, just to go back to false finishes, like I know this is New Japan and that's fine in this kind of match. That could very easily end the match, and it should end the match if it was not like a New Japan
Title
pay-per-view
match.
title match,
Yeah.
right?
God, that scared the crap out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, it was it it. I think he landed okay because I think he had his arms under him too,
Yeah.
but it definitely looked like it could have also just been the top of his head.
Yeah. No, it. I think his arms were under him, so I think he's fine. But like, God damn, that looked scary.
Only 17 more hours to go.
Yeah, right. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to catch AEW All Out because this is still going to be going on. Oh, Jesus Christ!
I don't even know what move was that? Was it like,
It's like a signature of his. I don't know what it's called, but like it was a signature. But usually he doesn't do it off the ropes. Usually it's like a just a straight like on the mat kind of move.
okay. It's supposed to be like a suplex almost?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think I remember seeing at least the setup for it in yesterday's match.
Yeah. Yep. It almost looks like a one winged angel. Only he's not like keeping the person up on his shoulders. He's just swinging them over his back.
Yeah. That's what I actually thought when I saw it. I was like, oh, that kind of ends just like the One Winged Angel.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does. It ends very similarly. Yeah.
Please, Mr. Eagle, please don't hurt me. I know that's not what he's doing, but that's definitely what it looked like. Don't put your thumb in somebody's eye. That's just not
Yeah,
nice.
what's wrong with you? That's rude. That's rude as all hell. Oh, that's the finisher. That's the finisher submission move. He's got to make it to the ropes.
Right. Please, Red Shoes, please help me.
Basically.
I mean, Red Shoes is the most supportive referee I've ever seen in my life.
I really like that Eagles does the 450 right on the leg to set up the submission finisher.
Yeah, a nice touch.
Does he get it reapplied? Oh, he gets it reapplied. This might be it. I might be wrong here.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you're right. It wouldn't be.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah. Wow. I was
Huh.
not expecting Eagles to win.
Well, it's just like when you predicted Y2J's not retiring tomorrow. Clearly, you're going to be wrong about that.
Mm,
I forget because a lot of people do predictions. I saw somebody on TikTok make a prediction. Oh, they went through the whole card and they predicted that the Lucha Brothers were going to beat the Young Bucks. And I was like, well, clearly I don't have to listen to anything else you say because you're a complete idiot. Even
I
though
will
like they
say that has been um, a much more popular pick than I ever
yeah
thought. And I
yeah
understand
and
the reasoning. I've heard a lot of the same reasoning for it.
mhm,
Basically, a lot of the same reasoning is they're going to have at least one title change on a pay per view, and that would be the one to do it. Because it's not going to be the
yeah
women's title, and it's not going to be Omega. But I don't know.
yeah
I just think all the titles are going to stay in the same hands. I don't think there's going to be any title changes that night.
yeah, that's where I'm at too. But I did have the thought that it just occurred to me while I was sitting thinking to myself that the only other problem with the tag titles is at the moment they just don't have any face teams. really. But the face teams they've had, the Bucks have already fought.
Yeah.
But they've got like an overabundance of great heel teams. So if you do put it on a face, you know, team, that would make a lot of sense. But I just don't see it happening.
Hmm.
But by that same token, then I just don't know who they're gonna put the Young Bucks up against next.
I mean, they
Yeah,
can rehash some stuff that they. There's some teams that they haven't wrestled in like well over a year and a half.
yeah,
Like for example, um, like Santana and Ortiz, for example, they haven't wrestled them in like
okay.
I said, like a year and a half.
I forgot about them because yeah, they've been in the FTR thing, but that's sort of ended. So yeah, you're
Yeah.
right, they are available. All right, at least gives them one option. Yeah.
Ooh, Robbie, stay away from. Remember, he's a heel.
I mean, it might be hard to tell because he was fighting Phantasm earlier, but
Yeah.
Phantasmo. But no, he is a heel.
Also, I love the way he has the title like around his neck like that because it almost reminds me like a bandolero that like gunslingers would have, and his name's El Desperado.
Right. How often does New Japan, in your experience, like put more than one title on somebody?
Mm, it's not that often, but it definitely happens. Like especially, I would say specifically having the IWGP heavyweight or IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion also be the IWGP Tag Champion.
Hmm.
Like that definitely can happen a few times.
Okay.
But like I will say the one thing you'll never see well, I can't say never for sure. Ooh, it was hand.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he actually has the ice pack taped to his hand that he hurt
Yeah.
earlier.
But the one thing I don't think you'll ever see is the IWGP Heavyweight Champion also being like IWGP like Tag Champion.
Right.
Like that's one thing I don't think you'll ever see.
Next week, in a surprise move, the tag champs have been overturned by I don't even know who the champion is right now. You know what joke I was going for.
I know. Like the very next week, Takagi ends up teaming up with Naito and they win the tag titles. So Takagi's the heavyweight champion and the tag champion for some reason.
Yeah, there we go.
I was there
That
for
was
you.
that was the hilarious joke I was going for.
Yep, absolutely.
Guys, I know this is important, but again, in America, it's 4:30 a.m. in the morning. Can we just move this along? But don't mean to be disrespectful. Just, just really, really tired. I'd like to have some sort of coherency left for the world title match. Yep. I mean, from what I've seen from both of these guys, it should be a really good match when it happens.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as Desperado keeps off his hand.
Did um is like Desperado just the known next guy, or did he like win something to make him the next challenger?
I mean, he's the former champ. He's the guy Eagles won it off of. First off, he is one
Okay.
half of the IWGP Tag Champions.
Mm,
Um, so I mean, there's also that. And in order to get those tag titles, they won the Super Junior Tag League to fight for the titles. So I mean, even though he lost, like he was hot when he had the title, he lost the
mm.
title to Eagles, but he's been hot after even losing the title. So like
Okay.
really, literally the only like cool down Desperado had was basically when he lost the title.
Right. Woohoo!
Alright,
Just
and there's one
the
match
wealth on
left.
his chest.
Yeah,
Ow. Uh, I'm going to tell you right now, just as we've gotten towards the end of this, um, I'm going to say confidently you're never going to hear me do a New Japan live again. We're going to talk about New Japan. I'm just never doing this live again
yeah.
unless New Japan decides to switch their time code to one that matches ours
I don't know why they would ever do that. That would make literally zero sense.
because I asked them to.
Oh, okay. I mean, the New
And
Japan shows
because,
that take place in America are obviously still doable, because those go off on at
yeah, no,
American times. But
no, we'll definitely, like,
it's more like
do
New
what we've
Japan
done
in
before.
Japan.
Right. We'll do what we've done before, though. We'll watch stuff that's, just watch along.
God, I really hate that title.
Me too. Especially because the old world title looks so good.
They're also
Wow.
like, God, I really hate that because they're like resetting it. You see how you see how they showed that like Takagi is the third IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, so they're like they start counting with Ibushi.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is stupid. Especially when you got a title that has that long of a history to it.
yeah, exactly. Oh, that really frustrates me. I really do not like that at all.
Don't worry, everybody. It's Dick to go. No,
No.
that that's just how douchebags Americans say it. And since I am one, hey, look, it's Show
Yep.
with him and his purple hair.
And all of Takagi's faction mates have all been through hell. So none of them are going to be coming
Yeah,
out. Also, they don't really come out to begin with. Like Bullet Club's the only Bullet Club's really like the only faction in New Japan that has like members come out together even for like singles
right,
matches. It's kind of like a Bullet Club like calling card in New Japan because it was kind of like a westerner thing to start doing.
right. That makes sense. So evil.
Yep. He's so evil.
So I obviously know who Show is. I really don't know who the other guy is. You know,
You mean
because
the
I know
Tokyo
Dick to
Pimp?
go. Yeah, is that what they call him?
Yeah, he's the
Let's see.
Tokyo Pimp. Yujiro.
Okay. All right. I honestly, I just they didn't say his name yesterday, so I was like, wait. I know I should know who he is because I'm watching the show, but I don't. So,
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't really ever win anything. So,
so he's really building a strong faction here
yeah.
because Dick to go is basically a manager, and Show, while he had a really impressive match yesterday, is still, you know, still just finding his legs in singles.
Yeah.
So
I will say, though, I think he's going to be challenging for the junior heavyweight title probably real quick. Like,
yeah,
I think he's probably going to be skyrocketing towards that junior heavyweight
yeah.
title.
Definitely after the performance last time, like, oh yeah, no, they're setting him up for really big singles success.
Yeah. God, that mask is so fucking sick.
Yeah, that is a really cool. Dragon mask?
Yep. Yeah, he
Okay.
is. He is indeed a dragon.
Well, my brain, because my brain's where it's at, is like, is he a goat? I'm like, that's
No.
not a goat.
Nope. Definitely not a goat. God, I love the costume work for Takagi. He just looks
Yeah.
so badass. Like between the dragon mask and the fucking like big Buddha looking necklace that he wears, that just it because it reminds me of Street Fighter. Like basically that combine that like the necklace part reminds
Uh huh.
me of Akuma from Street Fighter.
Okay.
So like that
I can see
combined
that.
with the
Yeah.
cool ass dragon mask, so
Mm-hmm.
sick. Could do without the title though.
Yeah. Or just like a better version
I
of
was
the
gonna say
title.
yeah, could do with a different title. I don't know, maybe like an older one with a little more history and
Right.
didn't look like that.
Like, I don't even know how you get to that design. Like, if you're making the new title for New Japan, you know of the Diva title. You know it exists. You can't tell me that you didn't see that being the comparison before you unveiled that belt.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean it's different. It's clearly I was see honestly I would compare it more to the new U.S. title in WWE. Only obviously
which is
this is
also
gold,
ugly as shit. Yeah.
but like the Divas title was a butterfly, so it's not exactly the same, and it
No,
was
but
different, completely different colors.
it's just the wing shape that makes like, and I'm not the only one. I've seen the comparison online too.
Yeah,
So I know I'm not just being crazy.
I mean you are crazy.
Right. Well, I did agree to do a live stream of a New Japan pay-per-view
Yes, you
while I
are
lived on the
insane.
East Coast of America.
Yeah,
It's the craziest thing I've done lately.
because we're crazy. What time is it? 4:30. Okay, almost 4:40. So yeah, like I
Yeah,
said, so this will probably end around like 5, a little after 5.
and the sun is just going down at the arena. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's probably close to like 9 p.m. where they are,
Yeah,
or maybe like
I'm
8:30.
I'm guessing just based on if like the sun if goes down at the same time, kind of. I
Yeah.
don't know how they do like daylight savings time in Japan or not.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Ugh. Weird thing about me is because I don't spend most of my time outside. But when I was a kid, I used to do summers outside a lot. That's the time of year when I can tell what time it is based on the amount of light in the sky. But I can't really do it in the winter because I'm just never outside.
Mm.
It has nothing to do with wrestling. It's not even that interesting, but it's just a random fact by myself that I think I wanted to share with people. You already broke your
You
chair.
already broke the chair.
Was that the chair you used on Yo the other day?
Maybe.
Did you guys gimmick up another chair though?
I don't know why Takagi would give a shit about what you did to Yo. They're not in the same faction. They're not friends.
Does Yo get to stay in chaos after he gets his ass kicked by Show? And
Yeah,
okay,
he's just like a singles wrestler now. I'm guessing.
I wonder. I'm honestly curious what they're going to do with him because they really did not like. I mean, he didn't look horrible by the end, but he definitely got the very short end of that stick.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how they're going to continue because even the commentary was like, "Does he just not have it anymore after his injury?" And I'm like, that's not a good way to break him up. You know, having Show be the dominant win, that's fine, but to make Yo look like a You know, somebody without any kind of killer instinct after the
Hmm.
breakups. That's a problem.
Oh, evil! You're so evil.
Yeah, but you just
Just
poke them
poked
in
him
the
in the
eye.
eye. You just poked the
Yeah,
eye of the champ,
an evil son of a bitch does that.
right? You evil bastard.
This is a reference from the 90s. Indeed. I knew that was going to make you groan. I didn't care.
Oh, Takagi. Nice shoulder block.
Because he's strong. He just showed you his bicep.
Yeah, he's strong, man. He is pretty strong.
He looks it. He looks like he has a weightlifter's body,
Yeah.
kinda. It is weird for me for Evil to be in the title picture because again, when I was last watching it, he was very securely mid card, and now he's like in the world title match.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I also again I will reiterate that like, Osprey had to be out, Ibushi had to be out,
Right.
So,
Yeah, no, their world title it definitely got shook up a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, I was really surprised. Obviously not now, but I was like really surprised how quickly Ibushi actually lost the title. Like, not that
Yeah.
I know how long people hold on to stuff in New Japan. It just seemed like a really big moment, and then very quickly he was without the title.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame really.
I feel like you're not really trying to catch him. Like, if you wanted to catch Dick there, you could have done that.
Yeah.
That was a fun play on words I just did. Now just imagine if all the Bullet Club was out there, not just Evil's little group of henchmen.
I
Like if
mean,
all like 30
this
guys were
is
out there.
this is how Bullet Club does things. Especially like old Bullet Club, which I think they're trying to like basically re-inspire, like get re-inspired by.
Hmm.
Like, it's how they do things.
Oh, if I ever
It's what
find
made
this
them
again,
so different from. Oh
ooh,
Jesus!
yeah, I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure whoever that guy is fine.
Yeah,
There's there's an announce table or some kind, and well, the guy holding the belt there, timekeeper table, just got wiped out.
and as we all know, those tables are not gimmicked in any way, shape, or form. So that probably really hurt.
Yeah, luckily there's some young lions out there to do whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say, I
I like
saw a
Takagi. Is just like, is my belt okay?
I saw a TikTok the other day where somebody took a recent entrance of the Elite, but put DX's music over, and I'm like, oh, that fits way too well.
Mm.
Okay,
Oh, they just did it again.
okay, I would move the table back a few feet if
Right?
I were you, belt holder guy.
Why does Evil keep doing this? He's so evil.
God, do you think it's just the fact that the name is like just too much on the nose
Yeah.
that annoys us?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like it's not like he's not doing a good job. It's just
No,
it's
absolutely
so
not. He's
weird to
he's a
have
good
a
wrestler.
it's just so weird to have something just called evil, like the concept of
Yeah.
evil.
Ooh.
That was, that was pretty creative.
Yeah.
I don't even really know how to call that. Evil put one chair over the neck of the champ, whose name I don't know off the top of my head,
Shingo
and
Takagi.
just thank you, and just swung the other chair like a baseball bat. I hit the legs of the first chair. That's a pretty good, close
Yeah,
description.
that was rough looking.
At least he didn't knock over the timekeeper again.
Yeah,
Like just for fun, he does it again.
that'd actually be really hilarious. I'd be all for that, honestly. Oh man, get up, Takagi. You got this.
Broke the chair again.
Yeah,
Again, I appreciate the gimmick because it's a horrible idea to hit people over the head with the chairs. But yeah,
they should at least stay together when you're throwing them around.
I was just gonna ask that question and I didn't even notice. I was gonna ask, did they ever take off the giant pads to expose the turnbuckles? And somebody already did that.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, no, they definitely do. Like when Yano's normal Yano, he literally does it like every single match. Oof,
too bad Red Shoes is being distracted by a hug from Evil.
man, this is
Oh,
crazy.
that's not a hug at all. That was almost like a prison rape.
That was basically what's Red Shoes doing now?
He's refusing to count the pin.
Ah,
I think the idea here is that Evil like had him in the corner, and then obviously Cheaty Magoo tried to get a pin, but then Red Shoes like, no, I'm doing what you told me. I'm looking over here. That's where I'm gonna keep looking. I'm guessing just based on like the hand gesture. It was less about like I'm not counting the pin. I'm just doing what you said I was supposed to do.
man,
Hey, Red Shoes.
the
You know like
amount of cheating in this match.
you know
Well,
the oldest way to cheat in a Domo strap Red Shoes? You know, like the oldest one, go down to the 70s. Maybe just check over the other side of the ropes. Just look. No? Okay.
I like how they have everyone doing it.
I mean that just adds more pressure. Ah, there you go. Finally put those shoes to use.
Man, I will say the antics in this match are like over the top.
Yeah, no, it definitely doesn't like feel like a normal world title match that I've seen from New Japan.
Yeah,
That was almost a perfect flex there.
2 count. Takagi not staying down.
Oh, let's go, evil. Let's go. Uh-oh.
No, hold on, Takagi.
Hold on with all your. Oh, now.
Oof. Takagi's together strong.
You gotta stop doing any
Oh,
of that. Oh,
ooh, Jesus,
that was actually really cool.
that was nice.
Fake out with a punch to get a DDT when he ducks.
Yeah,
That was
that was smart. Well done. Not too bad for a champ. Not too bad for the
good.
heavyweight champion of the company.
I mean, he's only the third ever, so it's not like he's got a lot to live up to.
That's fair. I forgot this company's so new. I mean, heck, they have the same number of title holders as AEW.
Right? It was a big year 3 years ago when they started, just popping up companies everywhere.
Yep. It really makes no sense.
I know,
Like, even if you were gonna change the title, like the way the title looks, like that doesn't mean you just restart the number of champions to one.
right?
Like,
Yeah,
literally
no,
makes zero sense.
the only thing comparable is like, and it's not a good comparable, is WCW towards the end just had a night where they reset all the championships,
Hmm.
and it's not remembered fondly. It was the beginning of Vince Russo having creative control.
Oh, so it was like the best times.
I mean, probably from a comedy standpoint, going back at it, yes, but as wrestling goes, no.
Oh my god. Ugh. Oh, come on.
I mean, he's only one man, even if his shoes are that red.
Yeah.
The timekeeper is, I think, uh, yeah, like he's like running for his life to get away from getting his table knocked over again.
Oh.
But because Takagi's not evil, he gave him a heads up and told him, "You can leave before I throw evil over the railing."
Yeah, basically. It's like, listen, guys, shit's about to go down. You might want to move. Papa squat. You papa squat too. It's a dick in a chair.
Like, does the referee not have the ability to throw people out in New Japan?
Apparently not.
That was a nice callback.
That was a nice callback.
So, if you're just listening to us for the hell of it, we talked about the timekeeper being knocked over twice. Well, Takagi just set up Evil and Dick to go sitting at the same table and knocked them over. That was kind of a nice revenge for the timekeeper guy.
It really was. I would love it if that's the end of the interruptions, but
Took out all three of the other guys.
oh, now he's saying they have to go. Good
Oh, that
job.
was the bridge too far, Red Shoes.
Good job, Red Shoes. That's what does it. Good lord.
Like,
Is that
I
all the
like it that
spots? Is that all the spots? Someone tell me. Is that all the spots? It is? Alright, you guys are out of here. Enough of
the world
this.
title match or anything. We're really just here for the yucks after all. It's not like it's a world
Right?
title match in each band. I know I talk about him a lot, but I do legitimately like Red Shoes as a referee
Oh yeah.
because obviously he's been doing long enough. He has just the right amount of personality without usually overstepping.
Yeah. Oh man, enough of these shenanigans.
Well, there goes the House of Torture.
Yep.
This food.
I really do like Shingo Takagi.
Well,
I,
I mean, you've already sort of like just indicated that you think Takagi's holding on to the title. I feel like now that the House of Torture has been got rid of, that's pretty much a guarantee.
yeah. Unless something else happens in this night. But yeah, no, I don't see Evil becoming world champion.
Yeah.
I mean, I also didn't expect Eagles to retain, so
Yeah, we all remember that time you were wrong,
yep,
and I'll never let you forget it.
that's fine.
Ooh,
Oh, that was nice.
wheelbarrow German.
Yep, nice. Takagi showing off his strength a little more. Ooh, nice little clothesline there.
That was pretty much it. That's all he had. And Keeble's gonna take it right here.
Yep. I do think this ends pretty soon because it's almost 5. So
Indeed, it is almost 5. Again, even just from a not 5 a.m. perspective, this is a show that started at 1:30 and it's almost 5,
yeah.
and it's the second night. Like, I don't understand how Japanese people have this kind of patience.
Oh, that was an assisted magic killer. That was
I feel like Red,
interesting.
I feel like Red Shoes always wanted to hit the Magic Killer,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
and this was his chance.
Just got to fulfill a Just got to fulfill a lifelong dream.
Come on, Evil, show him what you got.
Why isn't evil being more evil?
Why does he set a baby on fire? I don't know how it would help him, but why does he do it?
Yeah.
Like in the 1980s arcade version, that would be like his power up move.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good
That was
superplex.
really nice. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's the rarely seen Japanese sharpshooter. Wait, that's actually, I just realized how stupid that sounds. Because Bret Hart learned the sharpshooter from a guy from Japan.
Yeah. It's okay. It's like 5 a.m. It's fine.
I was about to say, I am missing like half of my skull. Could you cut me a little slack?
I mean, I can't.
Oh, it's amazing the amount of wrestling shit that's in my head that at 5 a.m., like even that tired, my brain immediately corrects itself.
Yeah.
Why don't you try to kick him in the balls? You haven't done that yet.
Kick
I'm
it in
talking.
the net.
I'm of course talking about evil because he's so evil.
Oh boy.
Uh, by the way,
Mm.
I feel like you waited too long to pull out the Cartman, which is the main reason people listen to this.
Oh yeah. Totally. Kick out at 2.
So, while we just because I'm trying to think of stuff, who do you like have in your guess now that you've seen the brackets? It's gonna win the G1.
Oh Jesus, I don't know, man. Um, well, there's no Jay White. Probably, I could see them having Ibushi win it again. Honestly.
Yeah. From what
Oh
little I know,
Jesus!
that was a good clothesline.
Hear the sound off that. Good God. This is a hell of a
Yeah,
clothesline.
but from what little I know, that makes sense to me, especially because he had to like, I don't know if he forfeited, but because his title reign was so
Yeah,
cut short, you could do it that way. But again,
yeah,
I just don't know New Japan well enough to predict stuff like that as confidently as I would for other stuff.
yeah. No, I mean, to be fair, I'm the same.
And since there's not an obvious Mr. Iguana pick,
Right.
I just have to go with my best guess. Oh, what the hell is Dick to go doing out there?
Oh, Jesus.
If Red Shoe sees him, this could all be over for Evil.
It's more likely he's going to completely forgot he kicked him out. And he's just going to be able to stay out there.
I mean, a lot's happened since then.
Yeah.
Evil, I don't want to tell you your business, but maybe just standing there, let him do that, like repeatedly hitting you in the head. That's probably not a good way to win.
No, I'm sure it's fine. Make him tire himself out by punching you.
We did see that strategy play out in that Simpsons episode.
Yep. Yeah, Evil might just think he's Homer.
That Nick Dick Marge.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. That should do it. One, two. Nope.
What
Dick.
the
Fucking Dick Togo.
Togo? I honestly wasn't even making a joke for most of this. I forgot the correct way to say it.
Yeah.
Like I
Like,
was waiting for.
this is just. Oh, this is insane.
House Torture doesn't mess around.
Yes, not, man.
I mean, from what I can tell, it's kind of their coming out party, really.
Yeah,
With
no,
Joe just
it
joining
is,
them
basically.
yesterday. Why don't you just shoot him? I feel like that would be much more direct.
I will say, if Takagi does. Because now I'm starting to think Evil is going to become champion. If Takagi
Uh,
does hold the title after all this, he looks very strong.
yeah, I don't know, like, because like I said, they just got their new member yesterday, and they've been able to do all of this bullshit. I'm starting to think Evil might just steal it.
Yeah, it makes me feel like they're putting the title on him.
Red Shoes doesn't want to do it.
No, he definitely doesn't. Oh, Takagi kicked out.
Oh, don't worry. There we go. Togo is back in the ring. It's okay.
It's
Just,
fine.
just strangling away. Who's
Hey,
this
it's
masked
Bushi.
gentleman?
Took him long enough. Jesus.
Rey Mysterio has entered the ring.
Honestly, that's the most offense I've seen Bushi get in ever. He's not. He's usually one to take the damage, not dish it out. But he's also the only member of Los Ingobernables. Oh Jesus! He's the only member of Los Ingobernables to not have a match tonight. So he's really the only one who'd
Right.
be able to come out.
I want to point out, just because I've been talking about it a lot, Show has gotten to look very strong for these last two
He really
nights.
has. Yeah. Hey, I guess they recovered from their tag match,
They just they need like the last like what has it been, an hour or so
right?
to really recover.
Basically.
I mean, is this even a singles match anymore?
Mm, I don't know.
I'm guessing that we're going back to the champion retaining, just with all the brouhaha, but
Yeah.
I still can't be 100%.
No, I think now that Los Ingobernables has come out, I kind of think that's where we're going to Takagi hanging onto the title now.
I have to say, again, I'm very limited in my New Japan. I have not seen this screwy of a finish from New Japan in what I've watched.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Same here. This is this is like the most interference I've seen in a especially in a heavyweight title match like this. This is
Yeah,
like the most interference I've seen maybe ever.
yeah, no, this is almost like WWE level, like,
Like things would
false
get pretty
finish.
screwy in with Bullet Club. Like things would get pretty screwy
Hmm.
with them. Back with especially like when Bullet Club like first started.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh no, he missed his secret sauce. Oh, jeez.
Man, that is intense.
Okay, set something on fire. My God, the crowd's about to riot.
Oh God, one might call that a clothesline from hell.
Do the Japanese believe in hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
I know there's a Buddhist hell. I'm too tired to really dive deep into my Japanese knowledge, so I'm not gonna
Or
try.
lack thereof.
Eh, honestly,
There it
just because
is.
of there we go.
Whew.
Evil lost.
Takagi
I mean,
hangs on. He hangs on to the title successfully. Good match. Very, very screwy match. But
yep,
still
everything but
solid.
the goddamn kitchen sink.
Yeah. Seriously. But yeah, no, that was it was
Yeah,
really good.
yeah. I think at the end of the day, Evil's group ends up looking pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially Show, man. Dude, Show comes out this weekend. I mean, I know we just said it, but like Show comes out this weekend looking like an absolute boss.
Yeah,
But yeah, that pretty much does it.
yeah. I don't. I mean, there might be more.
I don't.
I don't know if there's more stuff, but I don't know if I can take anymore.
Yeah. No, I think that should just about do it. I don't think there's gonna be too much more.
Yeah, because I know sometimes they like have the next challenger come out, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
but with the G1 that's gonna be happening and everything, I don't think that's gonna happen.
All right.
I don't
So do
think.
you want to? You want? Oh, well,
Oh, oh no, it's Tanahashi. He's a part of Los
okay.
Ingobernables, but he
By the way,
was especially beat up. So I guess that's probably why he wasn't able to come out.
no, he actually came out with all the other guys. It just took him that long to limp down the
Oh, okay.
pathway. What the hell happened to Dick Trico's face?
He started bleeding.
Okay, I missed that somewhere. All right. So this is your stream. You want to call it?
Yeah, I will in a second. Since Tanahashi, since Hiromu Takahashi did come down, I'm kind of curious to see if he like not turns on Takagi, but like for some reason no, because he's the junior heavyweight. He's a junior heavyweight. He's not gonna do that. Never mind. Yeah,
Right.
no, we're fine. Okay, yeah. So that's gonna do it for tonight, everyone. Uh, everyone who sees this going forward, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed night 2 of New Japan Grand Slam, and yeah, we're
And
gonna be
I hope.
doing
Go ahead.
All Out later tonight. So look
Whatever.
forward to that. That's gonna be a blast. We'll have distinctly more energy for that probably.
I
Um,
mean, I'm gonna probably sleep until that starts.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I won't quite be
whatever.
doing that because I have to be up to take care of people, but I will definitely be getting some sleep. But yeah, so definitely join us for that because that's going to be an absolute blast. But until then, I hope everyone has a great rest of their day, I guess, at this point. And yeah, I will talk to you all soon.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Deuces!